Alright. Let's see. Okay, chapter 8. Okay, what do we got here? So this is where we get we get Caesar and Red. We also get Roger. So we got some work to do here. Chapter 8 isn't too bad, but I'm not sure what I'll do. Alright, we also got this guy who actually doesn't get double armor, so that's really nice. He's a little low on tomes, but I don't think it matters too much. I think we're good. I think we're good. Although I might want to get a forge for Red, maybe. I haven't decided if I'm going to use Red this run. I really haven't. Normally I like using Red, but I don't know. If I'm using... There's quite a few guys I want to pick up, but then again, I also got to consider the fact that a lot of the current guys I have just kind of suck. They have not been leveling well, so it's actually my best interest to start working on some training projects. Because, as is, my current guys are not cooking. My current guys are not really cooking, so... Besides a small few of them, most of them aren't really doing too well. Like, for example, Cord, I'm probably going to replace very soon. Cord is just kind of garbage. If he actually, you know, leveled like he was supposed to, he wouldn't be, but he hasn't really been cooking. The Lilina Tower? What Lilina Tower? 16X or... Hey, Mario. I mean, we could field Bond too. Our guys are not really that good, so it might not be a bad idea. Although, then again, we also want to get Tiki if we get that far. Let's see. Like I said, sword for, I'm gonna buy a sword and I'm gonna forge it. Yeah, I saw you got the Rhyhorn. I think I found 2 shiny Rhyhorns in the Fire Red Leaf Green Safari Zone. I caught one, I wasn't able to catch the second one, but if you already have one, it's not a big deal if you missed the second one, you know? But yeah, we can go with this. So what shall we name this? Yeah, my Doga's pretty good. He is pretty solid. He is actually very solid. Leveling better than I think he usually does. So that is something. The last scope, I like that. The last scope. Would the whole thing fit? We could just call it last cope or something. I like the last cope though, that's good. I get the feeling it won't fit, but I could just call it like last cope. Yeah. So yeah, we can just delete the. This is the last. It's just last cope. Okay. Classic Shadow Blade. Well, I mean, it's not a devil sword. Let's see. Oh right, I forgot about my cracked cane. I forgot about this cane, man. He's crazy. This cane is freaking insane, man. Unfortunately, his weapon ranks aren't quite there, though. Yeah, I think we'll probably, stop fielding Abel. It's not that he's necessarily bad, it's just that, you know, I got Kane. You know, maybe we'll bring Violent with us. Go bring Violent, I suppose. He can be the res man he was always meant to be. Inkling. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of wild if you think about it. Kind of wild to think about. Is there anything we can sell? Let me go check. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Okay. Do you see Baylor's Conquest Lunatic run? No, I don't really watch him that much. I don't really watch him that much, so no, I would not have noticed that. Curator or Mage Abel. You know, I'm kind of curious how Abel would do in that. Let's see. We definitely need more wing spears. That's for sure. We do need more wing spears. Okay. So I think we can get going. Chapter 23 or the last map, something like that, probably. Where is the... You should sell wing speed here, I think. What's the rapier? It's the rapier shop, okay. Hail Caesar. I'm not sure what I'll make him. I probably won't use him as a mercenary. I could make him maybe like a hunter or something, I don't know. You know what, Cord, you're kind of useless, so go buy stuff. I'll buy one of each. Okay. Hey, Belt. Behold. The boars. Oh, I can actually use javelins. Maybe I should go give him a javelin if I can. Never mind, I don't have a javelin. Oh well, it's okay. Actually, we can just wait here. If he needed a game over screen like Echoes. Yeah, I mean, it is quite the memorable game over screen, is it not? Friend named Horace. Bro was obsessed with Horace. Yeah, I think your Wade thinks he's a lot. Because he's really fast, but really strength screwed. Oh, look, there's some javelins right there. Go maybe buy... Could buy a couple of them. And maybe a steel lance for, you know, why not? Imagine if you had 2 generals. Yeah, I know. If Darius promotes, I'll have a general. That was probably not what Bell was expecting to hear. Why are you using Wade in the first place? I think you just wanted a run to use Wade. What are we looking at? Where's my forge? Oh, alright, the last cope. The last cope. There's no speed. Horus is 8. Does he really have 8 speed at base? And wait, does Horus start as a pre-promoted general, or is he just a unpromoted? Because if he's pre-promoted and has 8 speed, that's a little less impressive. I mean, it's decent, sure, but his defense would be pretty high. To make me want to use him. Okay, so we got all these cabs here. General. He's a... Okay, what's his defense? It better be really freaking high if he's gonna be a general already. It's like, oh, I have 15 defense. Yeah, it's not really selling me on it. 17 defense. 17 defense is not as much as you think it is in Shadow Dragon. I mean, look, Darius' defense is 17. And yeah, it's pretty good here. Gregster. I feel like I've seen that name before, but it's been like a very long time. But hey, welcome to the stream. See, look, Doga actually does not get one-rated by these guys. He doesn't even get doubled. He doesn't even get doubled. So if he could just get a little bit more defense, I understand his defense growth isn't great in Knight, but if you could just give him a little bit. I saw Hard 5 Shadow Dragon Ironman, so I knew I had to see the torture. Well, I've not lost anyone yet, but my guys have been leveling like absolute dog water. Except for Doga, who I've been training in Hunter, and he's gotten a lot of speed, so I reclassed him back. And now he's an armor that doesn't get doubled. So it's actually really nice. But let's see here. Not using Wolf as Sedgar. I've heard they're just it's kind of cheese, to be honest, is what I've heard. Now, I've never beaten Shadow Dragon Hard 5, so... but yeah, I think they kind of break the game. So I'm not going to be using them. Let's see. As long as I don't take all... Like, as long as I don't take any more than 2 hits, I'm fine. And I don't think I will, so... This should be okay. It would be nice if Doga had a bit more HP. That would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, check out my Kane. Where is he? He's so fast, man. He's so fast, it's ridiculous. And my Merrick is actually making a bit of a comeback. My Merrick was almost bench fodder, but yeah, it does. It does, doesn't it? It does sound like something that just makes no sense. But he actually ended up blowing pretty alright. Well, he mostly just got a bunch of speed, but hey, I mean, could be a lot worse, you know? That is true, yeah. That is true. Okay. So we're going to pull these guys. Having proper tanks that can actually pull these guys is nice. Using red? Yeah, I don't really understand why it's such a meme to use red, because his growths are actually really high by Shadow Dragon standards. He does have a rough start with his bases, but like if he can get going, I mean, like he actually has really good growths. Hey Rizu. He actually has really good growths. He's got like 40% across the board, which, yeah, in later games is not a huge deal, but in Shadow Dragon, that's a huge deal. I mean, like, consider the fact that like Doga in Night has 30% defense growth. Red has like 40%, not in everything, but he has 40% in a lot of things. Like his main stats, he's like 40% in, which is higher than, like I said, a lot of units have. He's just a free Iron Sword, basically. Yeah, but it's like, again, he's got a lot of potential to grow. That's why I think it's kind of weird. Because, let's say he's not good in Myrmidon. Like, you could reclass into a Cav, and he's like a really fast Cav. Yeah, he probably is better than Caesar. I've tried making Caesar work, and he just doesn't really work. That's probably true. Still no deaths? 5 tactics? I don't think there's a tactics rating for Shadow Dragon, is there? Use it to gain speed, but keeps gaining strength. Huh. That's kind of odd, an OJ that doesn't level strength. Or, sorry, an OJ that refuses to level speed. I've had more that don't like hitting strength than the ones that don't like hitting speed. I guess anything's possible, but... What's the General's promotions gains? The Generals give you plus 10 HP. I'm not joking. I don't remember at the top of my head their other gains, but I know they give you plus 10 HP. This game doesn't have rankings. Yeah, I didn't think it did. Okay, I need to move my guys out of the way, because we need to go get this little choke cav. We need to get him out of the way. That guy is just getting in our way. I have gotten 5 blank levels this run. So far, I've gotten 5 blank levels. It is ridiculous. No one should be getting 5 blank levels by this point in the run. Like, I have gotten... That's how bad my luck has been with these levels. I have gotten 5 blank levels thus far. But I guess it just means that Wendell's gonna keep carrying. If no one's gonna out-level the guy, then, you know. Okay. Harden Javelin kill, maybe? Hopefully. Okay. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to crit him, but sure, whatever. Didn't have any rankings? I guess no one really cared. I mean, I never cared about rankings. I always thought rankings were kind of silly. Does this guy have Okay, they all have swords. Wendell's bald, yeah. He's a bald sniper. See, when he takes off his hat, he's actually bald. Bald men keeping this run alive, yeah. Unironically true. Okay. Yeah, giving red kills, I won't argue, is quite the task. I do have a forged iron sword that will make it easier to get kills. And that is what I intend to bank on. He doubles everything, so he's actually good at setting up kills, which is really nice. You decided not to make Harden a Myrmidon? Yeah, I was like, if I'm training red, I want to keep him out of Myrmidon. Although, that doesn't mean I'll never make him a Myrmidon. I might still make him a Myrmidon at some point. But I guess for right now, I won't. Oh, good dodge. I mean, I guess, you know, I don't speak for everyone, but like, I could not care less about the rank system. I have never cared about the ranking. It's never been something that I've been like, oh, my rank sucks. Like, I don't really care. I beat the game. That's what I care about. We throw a javelin, maybe? She threw a javelin. She actually could, and it'd do pretty well. Okay, very nice. And then we can give Red a kill. We could give Red a kill. If he has a ring, well, it used to. It doesn't now, but used to. Yeah, you know what? Rad kill. I wasn't even planning on giving Rad a kill, but you know what? Rad kill. Rad kill. Okay. What to look at here? If I could chip this guy down, that'd be great. I think Merrick has just what I need. If I can... Maybe, I do want to give... 10 plus... 11. Or we could just do the heavy book. Because then, Doga could probably kill. Bit of a 70% speed growth. That does sound pretty good, but I'd effectively just have Kane too. I'd effectively just have the second Kane, really. But Harden's growths are kind of middling, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. You know, if I do it season 3, then I might do that. It's an idea worth considering for a future run. It's an idea to consider. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how he's going to level in armor. Because he has the potential to do something really cool. Not necessarily within one level, but like within... Like, let's give him maybe like another 3 to 5 levels in armor, and let's see how he levels. You know, if he gets... I don't expect him to get a bunch of defense. He may not even get any defense. But if you can get like a couple of points, that'd be huge. Because think about it, again, if the guy just had a little more defense and he could avoid getting doubled by enemies, that would be massive. Because Darius' problem, he's got a lot of defense, but he is not very, well, he gets doubled by everything. If we get him an armor that doesn't get doubled, then, you know, that isn't, like, his lack of defense, at least for a while, doesn't mean as much. Because, like, is it really that bad if you're taking 5 damage per hit, but you're only getting hit once? You know, and it's not that bad. It's not really that bad. He's not replacing Daros or anything, but he's just kind of like he's going alongside Daros. Having another tank is not a bad idea, especially in Hard 5. It is not a bad choice. Let's see. No speed because reclassing was well thought out in Shadow Dragon. Well, I mean, you can kind of game it like I did with Doga. I mean, that's kind of what I did. I was like, because you can go, like I said, you can go into Hunter for 65% speed growth, and you can just give him a bunch of levels in Hunter, and suddenly he has a lot of speed. I reclass him back, and then he actually is a knight with an actual speed stat. Yeah, those are very middling growths, except for speed. What if you had 3 tanks? What if you had 3 tanks? He just really wants me to use Horus. He just really wants me to use Horus. Okay. Oh dang, he almost killed. Okay. Okay, here's the question. Okay, no, you don't. With the whatchamacallit, you actually would hey, the Cross Knight, the Cow Knight, or whatever you want to be called. We need to sit with those archers because we don't want Cheetah to die. Roger a hunter. I had plans to make him maybe like a fighter, but honestly, a hunter would not be bad. Yeah, no, I definitely do want to reclass Roger. I think most anyone's good in Hunter though, but that doesn't mean I won't try it. Like I might go for Hunter Roger. I might. Double the Hunter, double the fun. Yeah, Hunters are great. Hunter is kind of like that one. Like if you can't be good in anything else, you can be good in Hunter. It's like that good fallback. Okay, but unfortunately on this map I can't reclass him. So You can attack. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay. 2 damage. Yeah, his starting damage is very rough. Very rough. Cow Knight. I guess it makes sense. You can't fault the man. I mean, that's literally he moves. Okay. All right. If we could trade over the last cope, then I think we'd be good. As much as I'd like to give oh wait, Ogma could actually get over here? Yeah, he could. He could. I don't know if I want him to, but yeah, why not? A lot of people here again. Can't wait to yell at Chimera again, yeah. When he joins at nearly the end of the stream. What do we want to do? Give Merrick a kill? I know he can set up a kill pretty easily. Yeah, I think I'll just go for the kill. Okay. That's that. Alright, Boris, you wanna go trade me? You wanna go trade me some tools here? Wait, hold on. Okay, that perfectly kills whenever I trade him that weapon. Using Sophia tactics on a paladin that lost his silver lance from the soup. Yep. That's great. Okay. And then Boris can go trade over the last cope. Yeah, I haven't seen you around as much, but I mean, you're probably busy. It's understandable. Heavy book, maybe? Yeah, I would like to start giving Doga some more kills. I think it'd be great if he could get some more. I probably won't be training Roger much at all this map, because I would rather train him once he reclasses. How's the... No, this is a reference to... This was the nickname Last Hope, not Last Promise. I don't know anything about the Last Promise. And I don't really care to know anything about it. My body won't move. Yeah, that's understandable. I do think I have an idea for the next map. Because, you know, I don't like Chapter 9, but I do think I have a plan for it. And it might be reclassing Daros into, Mercenary. Because I learned last time, in Season 1, I learned having a tanky Mercenary is the way to go against this pirate. Tanky Mercenary works wonders. Put on 30 pounds. Dang, that's quite a bit. Must be quite the shock when you think that you weigh 30 pounds less. Is Kevin? Yeah, I don't know. It's just hacks I don't generally care for. It's just, I don't know, man. If I'm interested in a hack, it's usually like a rebalance or something. It's not just like some completely new thing. It sort of stuff just doesn't interest me. It's just not my cup of tea. I've played enough jankily balanced hacks to just be very pessimistic when it comes to hacks, and I guess it does apply to rebalances as well. But like, when you're throwing me the whole 9 yards in, and I don't know anything about what to expect, that usually just makes me even less. That makes me even more pessimistic, if anything. Just transport it in as an armor knight. Okay. Yeah, the horsemen I would rather avoid because they can actually double just about everyone. Yeah, boars, or not boars, Doga doesn't really do too well against him because he gets doubled and he only has 13 defense, so he takes 10 damage. And he only has like 23 HP, 23, yeah. And that's not really that good. When you have only 23 HP, 10 damage is kind of nasty. So we're probably gonna just kind of squeeze through here. Because I don't really like fighting the horsemen. The horsemen are just kind of, not worth fighting, in my opinion. People really like Trek's portrait, yeah, I guess so. I don't know what it is about Trek's portrait, but people really like it. Marth? I would like Marth to get another level. That would be nice. Would be nice if he could. Wing Spear. Let's see if we can get a Wing Spear to her. Relicanth is kind of odd. I kind of forget it exists. Stop looking for hacks unless I know it's going to be fun, like Magnus Realm hacks. Well, I wouldn't consider Magnus Realm hacks to be that fun, to be honest. I played Enderon Saga and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna play. I'm not playing the other one, the Rebellion Saga. Like, it's like, look, there's so many things in Enderon Saga that I just did not enjoy from a gameplay standpoint, and I was like, look, no, I'm not going through that radio again. Not happening. Too much just weird, like, oh, the players expected to know this somehow. Yeah, I hate it when games do that. If you expect me to know some weird thing, if you expect me to be a psychic, that's your problem, not mine. If you expect me to be a psychic about what you've put in the game, all the weird tricks and traps, that's your problem. That's on you, not me. And I don't feel like looking them up. But I shouldn't have to look those up. It just felt woefully unbalanced. Sadly, the fate that a lot of hacks are. There's a small few that are actually pretty well designed, but the vast majority is just... I feel like a lot of times with hacks, people just say like, oh yeah, this sounds like a good idea, and that also sounds like a good idea, that also sounds like a good idea, and they don't really go sit down and be like, okay, does it actually work all together? I think a lot of them just don't do that. I think a lot of them do not give the playtesting that it actually needs. And so you end up with a lot of things where it's like, okay, what? That doesn't work. Fog of War upon you, time for another exploration map. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hated exploration maps. I also hate escape maps. I don't know. The problem is that hack is just like half of all the maps are just like these. See, that's the thing. It's like, I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is that when you make a unique objective on a map, but then you do it like 20 times in the same hack, it's no longer special. It's no longer special. If you say, oh, I like defense maps, well, I make a game full of defense maps, well, defense maps suddenly become tedious because every single map is a defense map. That's kind of why unique objectives are unique, because they're not often done. Now, if you wanted to maybe make like different types of objectives throughout the game, like where there's variants, that could be interesting. But if you're just using the same gimmick, you know, for half the maps, it suddenly starts to kind of wear down its welcome. And like defense maps or whatever sort of gimmick you're looking for, they have their value because they're not common. They're not common. So whenever a defense map appears, you're like, oh, hey, it's a defense map. That's kind of interesting. If they're everywhere, then they're no longer special anymore. They're just the new norm. Get that Mangs likes advanced voice in D&D, but those elements don't always translate well to other games, and I don't think Mangs gets that. I don't think so. I think he just puts in what he personally wants, and honestly, that's fine. It is his project. He can do whatever he wants with it. But I think the problem is that he thinks that other people are going to enjoy that just the same, which they're not. I mean, some might, sure. There might. I'm sure there's some people that enjoy it, but I think overall, a lot of people wanted a more vanilla experience, like a more typical Fire Emblem experience, and they didn't get that. I think you even addressed that once before, where he's like, you know, I know some people might want a more vanilla Fire Emblem experience, and maybe the next hack I make, I'll go for that. Which of course he didn't do, because he keeps milking off Andron. So, and I understand it is his original project. He wants to go and expand upon it. But for those who don't care for it, they're just kind of left in the dust. Because they're like, okay, but I want something not having to do anything with Andron because I don't really like it. I consider a certain defense map to be the best of the series, and it's also the only defense map in the game which makes it stand out. Yeah, if every single map was Chapter 10 of Fate's Conquest, Fate's Conquest Chapter 10 would not really be memorable. It wouldn't be. Like, it would just kind of, it'd be there, and you wouldn't think anything of it. But see, Conquest does a thing where it has a lot of unique objectives, but those things, the objectives vary pretty differently depending on the map. For example, like the map, like 2 maps afterwards, is like the Breaking Pot map. That's a pretty unique objective, I would say. I mean, you don't have to break the pots, but it's an interesting idea, I think. And some people may say like, oh no, it's kind of sucky idea, but it's like, they've never really done that before or since. You can't say it's not unique at the very least, even if you don't like it. Like, that's the thing. 10 and 12 are right next to each other. We do talk about Mangs. We do. We very much talk about Mangs here. There are 101 other ROM hacks than Enderon, you know. If you want something else, go play something else. A lot of the other hacks don't really stand out to me. I mean, the one that stands out to me the most is probably Shadow Dragon and Fates. I know that, you know, most people here are like, oh, shut up about Shadow Dragon and Fates. Shadow Dragon and Fates is just, it's clearly made by a guy that actually knows what he's doing. The guy that made Shadow Dragon and Fates actually knows what he's doing. The guy that made Shadow Dragon and Fates actually knows how to balance things. Like, it's very clear the guy actually balanced the hack. He didn't just go slop a few ideas together and call it a day. He actually, you could very clearly tell the guy actually, you know, put thought into it. Also, the Enderon are the exploration maps, which I find tedious the first time and actively bad the second time, and the reinforcement spam. Yeah, the reinforcement spam is egregious. I don't know why. I don't really know why he thought that the reinforcement spam was a good idea. I mean, I know a lot of actual Fire Emblem games struggle with it, but that doesn't mean it's something to replicate. Like, you're back from Pakistan. Dang, Moss, I didn't know you went all the way. I didn't know you went all the way over there. How was it? Okay, I don't really like how these guys are placed right now. What I could do... I know there's gonna be reinforcements coming out of the forts, but... Let's see. Taught me how to play Breath of the Wild better. That's funny. That's funny. That is a way to open up. I will say. I will say. What I think I will do is I think we're just gonna back off a little bit. Because I don't really like my options currently. I don't really like our current options, so I'm just gonna kind of go camp out here. And yeah. There are ways to build your narrative. Or that weird. Remember that one jump scare unit with the freaking like. What was that one tome thing that just freaking kills you? In the first Fog of War? Yeah, or not the first Fog of War, but it's that one where they just have like a freaking. What is that dark tome? It's a really heavy hitting dark tome. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just really likes Fog of Wars or something. He also said that it was very Thracia inspired, and I can see that, but as a guy who doesn't care much for Thracia, it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, no. I understand the Thracia Fog thing. Thracia Fog just makes sense. Yeah, the Fenrir spider, that was just stupid. That was just dumb, and it's really cool. It's like remember how people bash on Rev for having the Mjolnir Mage? If you think about how they don't like the Mjolnir Mage, you're not gonna like the and I mean I'm not blaming people for blaming the Mjolnir Mage. The Mjolnir Mage is pretty freaking cruel. If you're playing Rev blind or you don't remember him being there, that is very cruel. Well, now consider this guy that hates Rev does like the exact same thing that Rev does, and he puts a Fenrir tome on a random enemy in a Fog of War map, and he just puts it there. And it's kind of like oh, whoops, sorry, I forgot that guy is a Fenrir. Like, okay, that's great. If you play it once, hey, Kryptonite, you don't have to play it again, but play it to experience it once and go from there. Yeah, I mean, I played it all the way through, but I didn't really like it. I mean, I thought there were some aspects of it that were kind of nice, but like it wasn't enough. It would have been a chore to replay, I think. I don't think I would have enjoyed it. I do not think I would have had fun replaying it. Also, does the Mjolnir Mage in the first exploration map. The boss is a crit tome, but you also get the crit negation item. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little bit better handled, I suppose. It's still kind of ironic for what he criticizes of Rev that he kind of just does the exact same thing. But when he does it, it's okay, I guess. I don't know. The final edition, you can remove certain elements to your like Fog of War. Honestly, though, I played the crap out of Endron. This scrub run, that was interesting. I mean, I think just having the option to remove Fog is kind of weird and kind of defeats the purpose. Because, I mean, as much as I don't really like Fog of Wars, if you make a Fog of War map and then you say the player can just play without the fog, without that being like, okay, here's an example. Like, for example, that one map in Three Houses where you literally kill the sorcerer casting the spell. That's intentional. That is intentional. You are supposed to play the map and find the sorcerer and kill him and lift the fog. The problem was with playing a map that you were intended to play with the fog, and suddenly now you're playing it without the fog, without the map being designed to be played without the fog, it's probably just going to make the map really boring. Because the whole difficulty of the map is from not being able to know where the enemy is. And if you know where the enemy is now, and it's not intended for you to know where the enemy is ever, then it just kind of loses its effect, you know? So I think it's just kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. I don't know. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, if you make the map, you make a map to be a certain way, and then you just give the player the option to just remove that without designing the map around it, then it just kind of loses its flavor. It's like, remember when I played that Silent Waves, and you remove the snow? It makes the map a million times worse. Yeah, kind of like that when you do stuff like that, and a lot of rebalances love to do stuff like that. Or they just say, oh, this mechanic's kind of stupid, let's just remove it. Because, like, even, for example, in FE7, the rain map. The rain map sucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was going to say the rain's great, but it does kind of alter the movement of the enemies as well. So you might want to go and actually factor that in when you go and redesign that. They have agreement in the fog that will let you pay the electric bill to turn on the lights, or you can not pay and have more money. Yeah, you could design something like that. Like I said, I mean, Three Houses kind of does something like that. They have a map where, Chapter 3, where you kill the sorcerer casting the fog, and it lifts the fog. But like I said, the map is fully designed around that. Like, the dev is clearly intended on you doing that. Otherwise, they would not have put that in. What does the rain add? Literally nothing. I'm not defending the rain, but I'm saying that it does slow down the enemies charging after you as you get past the village. I'm not saying it should be kept in. I'm just saying that if you just removed it entirely, well, okay, maybe that's a bad example, because it's just... I feel like you could still get away. You can still get away, so maybe it's not a good example. Oh, we double him. Boar's moment. There's not really much else going on that map. Yeah, there's not really much going on there. But it is kind of nice to let you do that. I don't know, I think a lot of people's complaints about Three Houses is not really so much the maps, even though they paint it as that. I think it's more so that the fact that the maps are just reused a ton. I don't think the actual maps that they do have are necessarily that bad. I just think it's the main problem people actually have, and they're not wording it as, is that the maps are reused too much. And I don't think anyone's going to disagree on that. I think everyone's going to agree that they reuse the maps too much. You can even reuse maps if it doesn't feel like they're being reused. Fates does this a lot. Like, for example, the like, look at the Sakura map in Conquest. It's in every version of the game, but your positioning is drastically changed. In fact, it looks completely different in Conquest from how it does in Birthright and Rev. The point, it feels like a completely different map. Even though it is the same map, I like the monster and I don't like the game wants me to do auxiliary battle. You never have to do auxiliary battles. That's... No, I'm not sure why you think you have to do auxiliary battles. The game never forces you to do that. I think there's like one time it forces you to do that. Yeah, they're not necessary. Even on Maddening, they're not necessary. You never have to do that. You never have to do them. You never have to do auxiliary battles. Okay, how are we gonna kill these guys? I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to kill them, but what I'm saying is, like, how do we split up the EXP? How are we gonna do that? I might just want a free kill here. They're incentivized. Not really. I mean, I can't think of a single Fire Emblem game where the game is like, you will grind, whether you like it or not. I can't think of any. I can't, like... That's something that people like to say is like, oh, you have to grind. You never have to grind. So that's from saying skirts are incentivized to engage. Yeah, exactly. It's like, shoot at the start, get like to like level 5 or level 10 for class changes. I guess in the beginning, but even those are limited. But once you get past the beginning, I wouldn't say it's ever incentivized. There's like no skirmishes, and they also feel like absolute garbage to play. At least on Maddening, they feel terrible to play. Let me see. They exist. Like you could use them, and like I said, in Three Houses, unless you're playing on normal mode, you are very limited in how many times you can use it. You can't use that much. It's very finite. You might see one or two. Yeah, I mean. That is true, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, even on like hard or Maddening, you don't have any options. Like the whole playthrough. Okay, yeah, at that point it's like, why are they even there? You know, I kind of wonder why they're even there. If they're gonna be that. Never mind. I guess America's back to leveling like an idiot. I guess it couldn't last forever. Oh, nice. So the last cup works. Alright, first red level. What's he gonna get? That's pretty solid. He needs strength, he needs luck. It could have been a little bit better, I suppose, but hey, strength on red, I will always take that. Strength on red, I will never complain. Strength on red is always good. 19 strength is crazy. 19 strength on OJ? Pretty solid, yeah, I'd say. I would say that's pretty freaking solid. Rad the Chad. Okay. Kane being able to double will actually help his lance rank grow a bit faster, I think. At least I think it will. Can Harden get the kill? He probably could, because actually no, he needs a silver. Okay, that's kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. War crimes? Well, I guess it's not really a war crime because he is armed. He is armed. Seems like a waste of a silver lance, but sometimes you just gotta get these guys out of the way. HP, skill, speed. Not the best level in the world, but it is by far the best I think he's gotten so far. Yeah, I mean, he could have either gotten that in Myrmidon, so I don't know how I feel about that. He could have done just the same in Myrmidon, so I don't know, man. I could just go and Rapier the armor. My favorite Fire Emblem game? I would say Fate's Rev. Which I know is not something that most people expect to hear, but I have my reasons. Okay, that's a very solid level. HP, speed, luck, and defense. On the auxiliary discussion is that on normal and hard, the game is so brain dead easy that they aren't needed. Manning they give no EXP, so saying that they're needed is far-fetched. Yeah, like I said, I can see his argument on maybe like the very early part of the game where you're very out-leveled and getting those early promotions do make a pretty big difference. But like once you're past like chapter, I don't know, like 5 or 6, I would say the auxiliaries are pretty much pointless. Unless you're trying to get like to a very specific level or something like that, and you're like close to it, and you just kind of want to get that knocked out before a certain chapter. But I would say it's never really necessary. Yeah, in 3 houses, no, it's never really necessary. Like I said, Ironman, I can see the argument for like the first early few chapters getting like level 5, level 10. That's about it. They give EXP for sure. In Maddening, no, not really. They don't give that much. Nothing really gives you that much EXP in Maddening. I think that's one of the issues with Maddening is that your XP growth is so stunted. Yeah, they don't give you much EXP. They really don't. I think the point of Maddening is that you're always going to be under-leveled. They give a lot early game. Not in Maddening, no, they don't. Maybe in like normal and hard, but in Maddening, no. Using DLC, which is dirty. If you're using like DLC or like New Game Plus, maybe if you have like the right setup. But if you're playing no New Game Plus, no DLC, just like vanilla Maddening, you get like no EXP because you start out several levels under-leveled, and even though you're very under-leveled, by most Fire Emblem, logic, you would gain a lot of EXP from killing an enemy that's like 8 levels above you, but you don't get that much EXP, and it's because Maddening messes with your growth rates, or not growth rates. It doesn't mess with your growth rates. It messes with your like your your EXP growth. So you grow a lot slower than you probably should. I'm not saying it's good design. I'm not defending that. I'm just saying that that's how it works. Takes like multiple months, more on all your guys if you skip all battles. In the beginning, yeah, I guess getting to level 5, it's... But the thing is, if you allocate your kills well, you should be able to hit level 5 by maybe like chapter 3. It's not as much as you're making it sound out to be. I mean, like, what do you expect to hit level 5? When do you expect to hit level 5, and when are you hitting level 5? Because, again, if you're allocating your kills efficiently, that shouldn't be an issue. There are definitely issues with maddening, but I don't think that's the issue. And in your defense, I guess in your defense, the game does force you in chapter 2, I believe, or chapter 1 or chapter 2, it does force you to do an auxiliary battle. It only forces you to do one. There's only one forced auxiliary battle in the game. And that would help you to get to level 5. Have priorities, make use of buzz skill, and don't neglect the saint statues. That's very true. What's this move? Oh, I forgot Wendell's here. Okay, I mean, we could stick around and ground the reinforcements, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I think it might be good to just, you know, call it a map here. Can you beat Maddening with no auxiliary side quests? No, like, New Game Plus? I think it would be possible. Now, beating an Ironman at that would be, that's a bit more iffy. It's just bad. What more can I say? I don't think it's necessarily the best designed, but I also think it's actually overhated. Just rest every week. Just resting every week that's probably a challenge. That's probably a bit of a challenge. It's kind of lame, but possible. But yeah, just resting every week, I think you're gonna give yourself a really hard time. Because the whole idea is you're using that time to actually go build your guys up. If you're just, because you could at least build up morale. You could at least eat with your students to get morale. I'm not saying that I hate Three Houses if you can't do that, by the way. Yeah, I mean, like, you can certainly know New Game Plus it. Like, there's several people have done it. That's already an achievement. You unlock a special title screen if you do that, and there's plenty of people that have that. It's not that it's impossible. Is it gonna be a bit rough? Yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but it's certainly doable. In fact, I've considered making a video because I actually figured this out. What I don't think anyone else, at least not that I know of, has actually found out, and that's chasing daybreak, hunting by daybreak. I figured out a way with Dimitri where you can do it, and it is actually very replicable. With like the right build, it's like it's pretty much crit stacking on Dimitri and giving him advantage, so that he can just deal with a bunch of crap on any phase, and he can just delete a lot of enemies. You add your own restrictions in. The thing I don't like about New Game Plus, or the thing I don't like about No Game Plus, is there's no bottom line of what's considered to be like fair. Because you could just buy everyone's support, you could just buy everything at A rank, weapon rank, and everyone's amount of renown they can use to buy things is going to be different. There's no baseline is my issue. Crit stacking boring? You can say it's boring, I'm not going to argue whether you think it's boring or not. But People complain about that map being really, really egregious. What happens when Dimitri misses? The thing is, you don't need to land every single hit, Belt. That's the thing about the strategy. You don't need to make everything work out. See, because if it was a strategy like that, it wouldn't be good. If a game forces you to do a segment where one little, like, 90% missing just completely ruins the strategy, then I would not be proud of the strategy. But the thing is, you don't need to get everything. Now, yeah, getting more stuff to work is obviously better, but I had instances where I had to go and fix things up because something wouldn't go, quite the way I wanted to. But it was actually pretty easy to fix, and it only took me one Divine Pulse. One Divine, not like one whole reset worth of Divine Pulses, one Divine Pulse to get the whole thing done right. Like, yeah, crit stick may be boring, but it turns what a chapter that pretty much everyone considers a nightmare on Manning into actually very doable and not take that much time. Like, I mean, you could say that, and honestly, I don't really use it for that chapter. I didn't really use it. Like, it's not something that you have to go invest. That's one other thing I hated about the chapter 13 thing before I played it, was the way that people propose how you do it is by setting it up the entire game. I didn't do that. I set it up over the course of like the last 2 chapters before that, and it worked just fine for me. Now, if you want to make like a Ironman fail-proof strategy, unfortunately that would take a while, but it would be pretty much getting I think it'd be getting like Wrath along with Vantage, which getting Wrath on Dimitri, which requires him to get like A rank and Axes, which he has a ban in. So you'd have to really, really grind at it. I think it is possible, but it is very tedious. But like I said, the payoff is that I think it would be something you could do in an Ironman. It's that consistent. In theory, it should be that consistent. Because if I did what I did, it shouldn't involve Wrath. If I was able to do what I did, yeah, that's what I was talking about, a fail-proof Manning strategy. Yeah, if you can get him to have Wrath, I think it might be fail-proof. Because what I'm saying, I think, because Belt may be misunderstanding a little bit of what I'm saying, it's not that every attack needs to land. Yeah, if you miss too many attacks, yeah, it's going to be a problem. But you got to remember, Byleth can still, he can still clean up, the leftover scraps. One enemy getting past Dimitri is not a big deal. Because again, Byleth will also, in this, have Vantage, and of course he also has Crest of, well, I guess it's just got like Assault proc. That doesn't really count. But, yeah, and also the enemies give you a lot of healing items, so, whenever you get low on health, you can just go heal up. Of course, if you have Wrath, you want to be careful about how you're healing. Aaron's is possible, however, anyway. Yeah, it is, but consider what you gain out of it. An Assassin, because of that speed growth boost. That is good. Like, Assassin Dimitri would work pretty well for this strategy. But you would want him to get into Warrior beforehand. He doesn't need to be in Warrior, but you want to go and Master Warrior so you can get Wrath. Still no deaths? Still no deaths. If we get deaths, it's going to be the next chapter. The Chapter 9 is a pretty nasty map. Chapter 9 is pretty nasty. Chapter 9 is not pleasant. Okay, yeah, we got some reinforcements, but I don't really like messing with them. You can either just end the map before then. Wouldn't be great because the enemies would go for Byleth and you'd lose Swordmaster crit. What do you mean? Why would they go for Byleth? What about hunting by daybreak on Silver Snow or Verdant Wind? Now, I have not tried that. Oh, I hate Chapter 9. I don't know why you like it. Chapter 9 sucks, man. It's just reinforcement spam that they're all pirates, so you can't ignore them. About the basics of Fire Emblem, could it be hinting towards a prequel? I don't think so. I think they're just trying to do this for like new players, like people who just want to pick up Fire Emblem for the first time. But yeah, I have yet to try that on Silver Snow or Burnt Wind. In theory, what you would do is just, instead of having it be Dimitri, just use it on Byleth, which I think we've run the calculations in the server, in the Discord server, and with the same stack now, Wrath is not as viable on Byleth, but I think you're getting roughly the same as what I did on Dimitri, which unfortunately is not, I think, what I would say is like Ironman proof, but it should, in a non-Ironman playthrough, be fairly quick. You shouldn't have to go and reattempt the map any more than maybe like 2-3 times. And by reattempt, I mean like divine pulses, like just like 2 or 3 divine pulses. I don't want to, publish the strategy just yet. Okay, that seems a little. That's a little. Seems a little arrogant to call it publishing. It's not like I just do Fortnite Byleth for that map. If you can make that work, sure. But I'm saying that a lot of people will make it sound like the worst map in the game, and I don't think it's a good map. But I found a way that works pretty consistent, and you don't need to do all this reclass to Wyvern BS. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go out of your way to make Byleth the Wyvern, which is just lame in my opinion. Like, all it is just like warp skipping the map, pretty much. It's warp skipping the map with extra steps. That's what the prevailing strategy is right now. And I think it's kind of stupid. The way I do it, you get all the EXP and the items on that map. You don't have to go forego all this stuff. You can get everything you want on that map. You can take your time. It is the worst map in the game. I don't know if I agree with the worst map in the game. I don't think I agree with that. I think there's been maps that I've found genuinely more annoying. I had a harder time, honestly, with like the Gwendol map. I had a worse time with that. I've had a worse time with a lot of the other maps compared to that map. I'm not saying it's a good map. But I would say I think it gets more flack than some of the other maps. But when those other maps I think are worse. And the Slate Quest sucks the most. That might be true. I've heard it's pretty bad. Let me see. We need to get you out of here. Yeah, you guys need to go. Well, I guess Darius can stay, because Darius doesn't really take much from these guys. Nah, the Gwendol map sucks, because they just have all these stupid reinforcements everywhere. That's one thing that Madden really, really has a bad problem with. It just has, like, ambush spawns popping out of nowhere. I hate that. I don't think anyone likes Madden's ambush spawn garbage. I don't think anyone likes it. But, I think it doesn't get enough crap. I think it doesn't get enough. If you took ambush spawns out of Maddening, the game would be a million times better. Because the thing is that the ambush spawns, they also just spawn in like the most random locations ever. They just like spawn in the middle of the map when you would cross some invisible line. That is something that I hate so much about Maddening. You cross an invisible line and suddenly, everything's on you. Okay, great. Finally getting a... There we go, guys. Add it to the blank level counter. I think it's like the 6th blank level I've gotten in this run so far. I'm not denying that, however, that map is way easier. If you try what I've come up with, you'll be like, okay, that map is not really that bad. Because I've been dreading the map for years, and I finally did it, and I was like, that actually wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to be way worse. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with you at all, Kryptonite. Like, you're absolutely correct. Like, if I have to look up crap because you couldn't telegraph it, that's a dev problem. Like, they need to come up with a better way to telegraph that. I hope Fortune's Weave doesn't make the same mistake. I really hope they'll learn this from 3 houses and they're like, okay, let's not do ambush spawns. Just don't do it. Just frickin' don't do ambush spawns. If anyone says that they're like, oh, ambush spawns are okay, they haven't played 3 Houses Maddening. Because I promise you, after you play 3 Houses Maddening, you'll be like, okay, I freaking hate ambush spawns. Like, I've played FV6 hard mode where there's ambush spawns, and they're not really that bad there. They're kind of annoying at times, but they're not really that bad. But 3 Houses Maddening makes you... Because the thing is, FV6 is like, okay, by the way, there's gonna be some guys spawning right at the southern exit of this map. 3 Houses Maddening is like, okay, we're not gonna tell you anything you just did. You just crossed an invisible line. You have no way of knowing that's an invisible line. No one says anything, and we're just gonna spawn assassins right like 3 tiles away from your freaking healer. Have fun. That's what maddening does. That's what maddening does. If it said like, okay, there's gonna be some guys that are gonna appear once they get past this, wall or something like that, that'd be one thing. But they don't do that. They just expect the player to know an invisible line has been crossed when there's no indication. For me, Currency is doing well. I'm kind of surprised they haven't lost anyone. I'm kind of surprised. Zone-based ambushes are gross too. Oh yeah, I agree, but I'm saying it's like, it's worst when you don't even know what you did triggers them. Because like, there's so many times I go in Divine Pulse and I'm just like, okay, what did I even do that triggered these reinforcements? And you're trying to figure out what you do so you can avoid that. Engage doesn't have any? Well, just because Engage doesn't have any doesn't mean they're not going to repeat that. Allow me to introduce myself. Okay, yeah, no, FE12 is really egregious with that. Spawn reinforcements when you defeat a mini-boss on a chapter. Yeah, sometimes they do that, but the thing is, I don't think they always do that, and the thing is, they don't even spawn in a place where you expect them to spawn in. That's the thing. They're very unforgiving with where they spawn them. They'll spawn them wherever the frick they feel like. Yeah, I did remember the reinforcements are very punishing in 3 Houses Maddening. They're very much so like, oh, you dealt with this annoying mini-boss, so we're gonna punish you for not dealing with it, for wanting to not deal with this guy chasing after you. And I don't really like that. It's like, oh, wait, you killed this guy, now we're gonna punish you for killing him. It's kind of annoying. Does it have much fun with the whole game is just very laid back? I don't know if I'd call it laid back. Laid back is not what I'd call the game. Maybe with ambush spawns it is, but alright, Lena. He's getting magic. Okay, good. It's the 11 sword. Yeah, he did, I guess. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, yeah, well, I need to put it on him, but see you later, belt. Once he can use 11 sword, I suppose. Yeah, we're gonna move back. Next turn we'll on the map. What do we got here? Put him here. Okay, we can get him out. Honestly, I would not care if Cord died. He's been leveling absolute garbage. Yeah, he has not really been leveling too well. I think Daro should be fine, though, because they don't have any armor slayers or anything. They're not going to be able to really damage him. So I hope they won't. This would be a good spot to train. Actually, you know what? Maybe we could train Daros here. Maybe we could. I don't know. It would not be a bad idea, I think, to give Daros some levels. Because we do want a general sooner than later. So you know what? Maybe it is the Daros training arc. I don't know. Maybe it is. It's been pretty empty. Yeah, you know what? It is pretty empty. You're right. And I think Daros needs some EXP. Well, I don't think it can stay that way permanently, especially after Chapter 9. Being the Guardian Bridge. Yeah, kinda. We can get a few more points of defense would be really good. Look at that EXP. Killing Horseman gives you a lot. Oh yes, that's some nice defense there, buddy. Why is he leveling like this, man? We'll probably use a physics staff here. We can take one more, I think, but the problem is the freaking armors have the stupid steel lances. Be thankful it wasn't a blank, because you know how much my guys like getting blank levels. You know how much they like doing that. You know they love their blank levels. Hopefully. Man, I miss having 2-range staves and fades. Why did my stupid thing get disconnected? Because a 2-range stave would be really nice right about now. We got 2-ranged heal. That'd be great. If I get rid of the horsemen, I could at least put a healer here. Okay. Wow, look at how much EXP he's getting, man. Hey, there we go. Okay. Alright, see you, Ares, man. Everyone's gotta leave now, I guess. Okay, we don't have any range attackers here, so that's good. At least for now we don't. So I think it's time for Violin to get some EXP. Yeah, Shanna having... honestly, Shanna having, anything more than, 10... Anything more than freaking 9 strength is actually kind of impressive. Because Shanna is just... Shanna is like the most overrated unit in FE6, man. She's so bad. Killing promoted units as an unpromoted unit. That is true. Horsemen are promoted. This is true. This is technically true, yeah. That is true. Okay. And so now look at all the EXP he's about to get. Might as well be unpromoted. Yeah, they don't... The thing is, it's funny. They give promoted EXP gains while fighting, like, non-promoted enemies, so it's kind of funny. If only I had a training project that was a ranged attacker. Because my Merrick is doing fine. And I don't really have any other ranged units. I could try to train up Cord, but Cord kind of sucks, so... He's kind of blowing his chances already. As long as none of these guys have armor slayers, I'm fine. Yeah, I'll just kind of hang out here. Maybe we could go trade with Marth, get a weapon. Because he's gonna run out of Iron Lance pretty fast. Wait, what's her defense? 12 defense? Yeah, that is kind of high for Shanna. That's kind of high for Shanna. I will probably give him a Steel Lance. Okay. I mean, he's getting doubled anyway. He might as well have a Steel Lance. Might as well. There's no real cost to it. If you're gonna double me anyway... Well, I guess the skill... The armors aren't gonna double me. Unless they're the only guys that can't double him. Because they have, like, 3 speed, so they're not doubling anything. Only game they'd be able to double things is, like, FE4, where you can have negative attack speed. Okay, that's much better damage output. So yeah, he'll probably get to like level 16 by the end of this. Because I mean, these guys don't give as much EXP. But there's so many of them that he may actually get to level 17, who knows. He could. I don't think you'll get to level 20, though. I don't think that's gonna happen. As much as I would love it to happen, I don't think that's gonna happen. Sadly. It would be awesome, but I don't think we're gonna say that. I would certainly like him to be a general by, like, chapter 12, I'd say. Like, chapter 12 or so is when I would want him to be promoted. Yeah, I mean, I think his weapon rank is already pretty high, so it shouldn't be an issue, but yeah, stuff like this is good for his weapon rank, for sure. Man, if I wasn't so focused on training Daros up, I would honestly try to train Doga here. In fact, can I get a javelin? I know I got more javelins. I could go and get some. Give him a little of Chippy XP. Where are the javelins? I know someone has javelins. That bought some. Okay, there we go. There we go. He has 1 might, I think. Yeah, I'm not too worried about 1 extra might, but hey, I guess eventually it'll. He's nearly at A rank, so that's kind of cool. Oh, look, he doubles the armor. Isn't that nice? And Doga's already got C rank and lances, so he's doing all right. But hey, getting a first level of armor in a while. Oh my god, he's getting speed even in armor. He's getting speed in armor. He also got HP, which is huge. Yeah, no, like this guy, if this guy can get like 2 points of defense, which is quite a bit when you have 30% when you have a 30% defense growth, that is asking a bit, but speed, yeah, Speedy Knight is huge. Speedy Knight is huge, because it means for each point he gets of speed, that's like 10 to 20% of enemies that just no longer can double him. At least for a while. So that's huge. Boars gods, yeah, I know, right? He's the original Boars. The armor doesn't slow him down. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. He's actually pretty fast. Like I said, Daros is the tanky armor, and Doga is like the he's the fast armor that doesn't get doubled. Yeah, he has a 40% speed growth in Knight. He's actually really fast. All right, come on, Daros. Let's get more defense. Let's cap out defense. So close. So close. If we can just get 1 more point of defense, I might reclass him out of armor. Or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But yeah, I would like him to cap defense. Capping defense would be great. Speed, luck, res. Okay. Well, just pretty similar to Drog. Doga? I mean, he's good. But I don't think his speed growth is really that high. I don't think his speed growth is actually that high. Not in armor, it's not. His luck is really high. Means 2 less damage. Yeah, it's huge. It's really big. Max defense is too useful. But you gotta remember, he's getting doubled. Every time he gets hit, he's getting doubled. And you might think like, oh, he's just gonna be taking 0 times 2 damage. Enemy damage skills pretty freaking hard, pretty fast. Even when he promotes to general, there's gonna be enemies that are gonna be doing actual damage to him. Like, I know that sounds wild, but there will be. And so getting doubled will mean, like, I think that's the thing, Rizu, you're not realizing is that getting doubled is gonna mean more than you think it is. Because he is still gonna be taking damage. So, having a guy that doesn't get doubled is actually really nice. If he can keep up in defense, because I think that's gonna be Doga's biggest issue is keeping up in defense. Because he has good defense now, good-ish defense for someone who's not getting doubled, but will he be able to keep that? I don't know. Brilliant's in quadded. Yeah, which we won't see for a while, but we will see later on. Yeah, I think he could reach level 17, which means potential defense cap. Potential defense cap. Not a guaranteed defense cap, but potential. In fact, if I got a Draco Shield, I would probably give it to Doga. That's how big of a difference I think just getting a little bit more defense would do for him. I would probably give it to Doga. If I had a Draco Shield, I'd probably give it to him, because it would be just that huge. It won't change much. Yes, but what I'm saying is, enemies' damage does not cap at 30, Rizu. It doesn't. And so him getting doubled will... Not always. I mean, there's going to be plenty of instances where he's going to take, like, 0 damage. But when he doesn't take 0 damage, his speed would be nice to have. It's a smidge of speed. He won't. He literally can't. He literally cannot. At least not in armor. If we reclass him... You see that double dodge? He dodged? I didn't realize that. It's kind of funny. But yeah, in the next map, having an armor is actually not too useful. So I might make him into like a mercenary or something. Like I said, having a tanky mercenary is the way to go there. A tanky mercenary is what you want. What are Doga's growth as an armor? I don't remember the top of my head, but I do know his defense growth is 60%. That's the main reason why you would reclass him to armor, because he has like the highest. He has the highest defense growth that isn't Wolper's Edgar. Won't stop you from getting doubled. Yeah, but Rizu, 1 speed versus 9 is actually a pretty big difference. 1 versus 9 speed is actually huge. For hero built into the unit. Yeah. But actually no, he wouldn't, because generals in Shadow Dragon use bows, not axes. They use bows, not axes. Alright, come on, cap defense. Bro! 7th blank level, guys! 7th blank level of the run. So nice, isn't it? He just didn't want to cap out defense just yet. For hero, okay, fair enough. Alright. Hero is sword axe, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Which I probably will train him in. Like I said, that is the 7th blank level I've gotten up this run. 7th. Not 2nd, 7th. As in, it's happened 6 times already. He just needs 1 more defense. I don't know why he's just drawing it out. The 2nd time from Darius. Yeah, Darius has gotten 2 blank levels so far. He hasn't kept any stats, but he's already gotten 2 blank levels. Darius doesn't need it. No, he does need the defense. Like, yeah, right now it looks like, oh, he's doing just fine, but believe me, it will only take like a couple chapters. 7, yeah, it's happened 7 times now that I've gotten blank level. Alright, let's end that off. 0% is insane. Yeah, 0% speed growth. Yeah, he has 0% in speed. He's not ever getting speed. Doesn't matter how lucky he is, he's not gonna get it. Although it does make me wonder, does dynamic growth affect 0%? Because in theory, dynamic growth should equal that he eventually would level speed. But I don't think it works like that. Does he tank getting doubled by the Devil X in the next? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. He might, but just barely. I can go and check. Missed some guys. I wasn't trying to clean the map out entirely, because there were reinforcements if I went near the forts. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so the Devil X. Where's the Devil X guy? Where is he? Where is Mr. Devil X? Where is he? Has dynamic growth? That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. So yeah, 31 damage. 31 damage minus 19. That's 12. Actually, no, 13 because weapon triangle. 13 times 2. So he does live, just not by much. That's a 0. Okay, I see. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that explain it. Assaulting the enemy, saying he doesn't need more stats to kick. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. So if I reclass him right now, not Doga. I actually like him in armor. Although I suppose I could reclass him. Meh. Although Hunter would be kind of nice on this map, so I might reclass him back to Hunter. Because there's quite a few mages here, and having some guys that can just go snipe them would be nice. So as much as I like him in armor, this is not an armor map. This is not a map to use armors. If Darius levels a lot in Hunter without gaining speed, you can gain a point of speed in Knight. That's part of what's tipped people off dynamics in the first place. Pretty neat. Yeah, that is pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool. So if I want to use someone in, I want to have Barst also in Mercenary. I don't know if I want to have Barst in Mercenary. I mean, I do, but I don't know, man. Daros, I can't make them all mercenaries. 13 defense in Mercenary is pretty good. And it would give him the speed to not get doubled. Be pirate this map, sail one last time. People say that you want to use pirates on this map. I disagree. They're not very good on this. 7 speed, you're still kind of... You're not doubling anything. You're not really doing that impressively. You're not... It's not that good. People think it's good on this map. It's not. So, yeah, if I make him anything right now, I might make him a mercenary, just because a tanky mercenary is really good against pirates. Having a tanky mercenary makes this pirates a lot less nasty. Trust me. Tanky pirate against those guys is really nice. As much as I would like to have Barst and mercenary, we're just gonna make him a fighter here. I don't really like it. He needs speed. He's been low like garbage in fighter. Start pulling units in weird directions. Yes, but like I just don't think they're that good. And they could also just pull things incorrectly. She and Jay can do better though. You know what? Fine. We'll make Barst a pirate. If we do end up losing him or something, it's not a big deal because this Barst has been leveling garbage. But hey, if, you know, I like how Merc Darius is just the little thing on his head is just bald. He's just bald all along. There's a lot of bald units in this game. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of bald men in this game. Okay. Are there any armors on this map? There's like one. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go forego the, like I said in Season 1, I will go forego the Wormslayer is not worth it. So, some people will be like, oh, but the Wormslayer is good, like, the Manakee boss and everything. Okay, look. You fight someone with a Wormslayer, you don't one-shot them, you have a decent chance of missing, and you're gonna die to the Manakee. So, it's not worth it. The better way to kill Manakeets in Hard 5 is just going and attacking them with magic. No retaliation, and you can just stack damage. Bald Gods dominate Shadow Dragon, kinda, yeah. Let's see. I do want to use Roger. I don't know if we'll check out our new units. We'll see what they're like reclassed. I do want to reuse Hunter Doga because I think Hunter Doga is gonna go pretty hard. We're doing the Fly Swatter because Cord is just not cooking this run. He's just freaking not cooking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Doga. I'm sorry, Cord. You're not freaking cooking. Doga wins easily. Although Hunter bars could actually make up for his Hunter bars might actually be good. Hunter Roger? Maybe. We'll check this out. We'll check it out. Okay, so if we go and let's see. Let's check. I don't think Caesar's really good at anything, is he? I mean, Zabunga claims that he's good in Dark Mage. We know that's not true. Roger, though, Roger can cap his strength. That's pretty good. Roger's Pirate might be good. If he actually had a skill stat, he'd be pretty good. What about Hunter Roger? Alright. Anyone know what his growths are in Hunter? I would not be opposed to using Hunter Roger. Hunter Roger seems very solid. Have Kane could start kicking butt. Oh, he could. He certainly could, because he's got like 15 speed. And he does have sword access, so, you know, that's pretty nice. Yeah, Hunter Roger is looking pretty convincing, I would say. But I might make him a fighter, because I don't really have any good fighters right now. I might. 5 skill isn't bad, either. He will get luck, too. He will 100% get luck. So you make him, if you make him a fighter, he will get strength. He will absolutely get strength. What I really want him to get is some skill, though. Hunter Roger looks really tempting, yeah. Hunter Roger looks very solid. Yeah, the 7 strength, 11 speed is really good. 50 HP, 55 strength, 25 skill, 35 speed, 80 luck. Yeah, Roger just has like a million luck, no matter what you do. He has like no defense, though. That's Roger's issue, is he has like no defense. But yeah, I mean, having 35 speed in Hunter is not bad. It's not Doga tier, no, but it's still decent. I mean, I could at least train him in Hunter for now. It wouldn't be a bad idea to at least train him in Hunter. Like, what does it hurt? What does it hurt having an extra bow user? You know? If I want to make him a fighter later, I can make him a fighter. But right now, I think having him in Hunter is a good idea. I think it's a very solid choice. And then Caesar, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. His base luck is oh yeah, his base luck is trash, but here's the thing. When you are in Hunter, you don't need much, you don't curate Rad. Okay, I don't think it's going to work on Rad. I'm afraid it probably won't work on Rad. Yeah, I think we're just going to bench Caesar. I don't think there's anything we can really do with that. Go check out inventory. We can give him the other rapier. I don't think we're going to use it for a while, but hey, you never know, man. You never know. Okay, let's go and deck ourselves out with some stuff. I will give you the, I will give you another... Never mind, I don't have another bow. Let's go buy another bow. We need some bows. Wow, we are really low on money. We are really low on money. I know we'll get stuff here, but still. Anyone have bows that we can use? I bet you someone has a bow. Oh, you have bows. Okay. It'll work on Rad, trust. I don't know, man. I don't know. It'll at least get him up some levels. What are his growths and cure rate, out of curiosity? You know, if they actually are decent, I might do it. Because the thing is, he needs levels. He needs levels more than anything. Forge. Yeah, I do want to forge, but I don't have much money. Actually could be okay in cure. I could see that, because he mostly just needs levels. And his problem is just that he can't kill things right now. Does Rev have a base magic growth? I have no idea. I don't think he does, but maybe he does. I don't know. Yes, Caesar has. I don't know about Rad. 50% HP, 15 strength. See, that's the thing. I want him to get strength. That's kind of the issue. He'll get speed, he'll get luck, and he'll get res. See, that's the thing. I want him to get strength. And he does have a chance of getting strength, but not really what I want him to, not really the chance I want him to have. If only Red could go into like fighter, that would be really nice. That would be really nice, but unfortunately I don't think that's an option. I could also use an Iron Lance for Daros. Or not, since I just need swords, don't I? Sheeta Fighter would be insane. It would be. Sheeta Armor would be insane, man. She would actually have so much speed. Okay, I want to go Forge an Axe. I want to go Forge an... Actually, do I need a Forge an Axe? Maybe I won't forge anything on this map. I don't know. Let me check. Okay, yeah, I'm probably just gonna bench Cord. I don't need this guy. This guy kind of sucks. This guy kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. So Roger, we're gonna make into a hunter, I think. At least for this chapter. Maybe next chapter I'll make him a fighter, but for right now, he's gonna be another man with the hunter. Oh, I need to reclass someone out of hunter. Okay, yeah, Cord, you lost hunter privileges. You can go back to your sneaky fighter. Get more money? I probably could, but I don't really need to make anything right now. And plus, I do think I get another bullion pretty soon, so it's not a big deal. Okay, that should be okay. And I can go trade with Daros. Actually, no, I don't need to. I don't need to. You can go grab some sword. I don't know where, but you can. You can get it from Rickard, how's that? Or Wolf, it doesn't really matter. There we go. Now, he's not the strongest guy in the world, admittedly. He's not the strongest guy, unfortunately. 13 damage is not particularly spectacular. But he does tank things. That is one thing that's nice about him. So what would he do against these guys? Yeah, he kind of does like half damage to them, I suppose. Something like that. He does what, like, yeah, he does a little over half, I think. 13, oh wait, never mind. 13 minus, 5. Yeah, it's roughly half damage. It's roughly half. Which, yeah, I would like it to be a little bit higher, but it's okay. We'll live. We'll make do with that. Although, I don't, you know... Okay, we don't need a field Caesar. We don't need a feed Caesar either. You're gonna starve to death. It's a waste of my resources. We're gonna field Julian so we can go open the doors. Because we would like to open those doors sooner than later. So where are our healers? Okay. You might want more heals. I'll take it off of you. Okay, and having a berry would probably be smart. Could have been... That could have been written. Sorcerer Caesar would not be that good. I tried that last run. He was absolute garbage. And I got Merrick. I might as well use him. I got Merrick, man. I think we're fine. Okay. So yeah, I do want to go and get George this time. I mean, I nearly did last time, but I kind of flubbed that one, didn't I? Yeah, we're gonna get. Where's Wendell? Wendell's way over here. Okay. I might reclass Wendell for this map. Just because I'm gonna Sage would be probably a little bit better. Or Bishop, whatever. Isn't he supposed to be a Bishop? I guess not. Or he is a Sage, I don't know. Sorcerer Caesar that could have... Okay, I read that. Yeah, Wendell's always fast. See, it'd be amazing if the guy could become an armor. That guy would probably have like 12 speed in armor at base. Like, he would not be getting doubled, ever. Bro probably doubles people in armor. He is so freaking fast, man. It's not even funny how fast this guy is. He ain't a bishop, he's the pope. Yeah, that doesn't make things confusing at all. Considering that's why he should be a bishop. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I remember I pulled these guys in a really stupid way last time, and yeah, it wasn't great. But yeah, I suppose we could see what's our speed. The problem is they all have hand axes, which is really annoying. At least I'm not weighed down by these. Grandpa can run, yeah. Certainly. $20 damage. I mean, he does decent damage. I'll give him that, but that's about it. That's about it. And really? Really? Okay, that's surprising. I would have thought it'd been higher. So Doga's effectively Wendell, I guess. I guess he is. I wouldn't have guessed it, but yeah, he is. Have a 0% speed growth? Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's unfortunate, but it makes sense. Okay, Miss Fest. What's the speed in Sorcerer? That's a good question. That I don't know the answer to. Okay. Can the pirate destroy the village? I'm not actually sure. If he can, then there's not much I can do about it. If he can destroy the village, then there's not much I can do. I know the thief can. An old man in a suit of armor. Of course he can't get faster. Average pirate bro fight. Yeah, pretty much. I think I'll send the cabs to go and assist. Okay, how are we gonna pull this guy? He's got a hand axe, so I don't like him. He's got a hand axe, so he's not cool. He's not on the cool people list. Okay. He's got 8 speed. He's not weighed down. You face no crit. Okay, you know what? It's your time to shine, Roger. It's your time to shine. Show the women that you are a Chad. I don't know. It's a base speed of 7 with a growth of 60%. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. In Sorcerer, okay. Alright, Mr. Red the Chad, show the woman that you exist. Yeah. Wait, do I want that? Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. It's not weighing me down enough to get doubled, so I'm good. Probably should have given him more swords, but okay. It's whatever, I suppose. 3 units, who? Okay, these 3, okay. His luck in his Riz arc. You'd think with how much luck he gets, you'd think he'd eventually get a girl. But you'd think that would just pay off with his luck. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Although, granted, it's kind of hard to mess this part up. Although, I think I would have already messed it up in my last season, so... That's something. That's something. Alright, Merrick. You want to set us up? Oh god, yeah, look at Doga right here. Doga just sets things up. On Dark Mage, I don't really care to be honest. I don't think he'd be really that good in Dark Mage. Could we set up a kill with the Iron Sword? Like, for a kill with an Iron Sword? Yeah, I think we could. Give him the heavy book. Drop that book on him. Good dodge. Okay. Rad the Chad about to get a rad kill. There we go. In theory, this map should be good for training Rad. It's sadly not. It should be. You would think it'd be good for training Rad, but unfortunately, Rad just isn't there at this point. It's a real shame. It is a real shame. Man, look at Doga right here, man. Doga cooking. Doga cooking really hard. Secret magic growth rates. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Let's take a look here. Maybe Barst? He has good hit rate, I'll give him that. I'll give him that, he's very accurate. I will give him that. Watch and learn, Roger. This is how you do it. Nice. Okay. We got Mr. Devil X here, guys. We got the Devil X. Gordon Bros. Toga is the better archer. That's why he's not impressed. That's why he was not impressed in the anime. He was like, what was it? What'd he say? Something, you big log. Like, he wasn't impressed. That's why. That's why Gordon was upset, because the guy just wasn't impressed. He's like, yeah, I could do better. It's not too bad, but it's not too good either. Kane kill, maybe? I do think so. Or maybe Harden. Harden could probably kill. Yep, he can. 5 points. Drug has 10 points. Alright, this time we got George. He's not really good. He's literally just worse Wendell. I mean, look at this. Well, okay, Wendell's not a sniper, but consider Wendell has like 7 strength and 17 speed. Yeah, now George is a free silver. That's what he is. He's a free silver. Silver bow is nice, but he's not very good, sadly. Yeah, we're gonna get them out of here. George solid. He's alright. I'm not saying he's terrible. If you're down on units, he's certainly not bad. 4-base luck huge. I mean, not really. But I guess in this game, some units have like no luck, so 4 luck is bigger than maybe you think it is. Let's see here. Daros, I definitely want to get it going up here. Is already dead to a crit you don't know about. If you're not paying attention, then yeah. But I've never lost Wendell to a crit. I don't think in any of my attempts at Shadow Dragon Hardfire I've ever lost Wendell. So I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's certainly a possibility. I'm not like it is a possibility, but it won't happen. You know, I think leaving Ogman there is actually not a bad idea. Because he takes how much? 17 minus... Okay, that's not too bad. He doesn't dull me. I've returned. Welcome back. I could equip him with a steel sword, because he does have enough... He does have enough, I could do that. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So he's actually got enough luck for it. He's got enough luck, I suppose. For what it's worth, he does have enough luck. Staff rank up, very nice. And who else do I need to move? Not much. I'll probably just retreat these guys back, because there's no reason for them to advance further. It's actually just more dangerous for us to keep going. Let's play the game more, it'll happen. I'm not arguing with you, it will happen eventually. Eventually it will happen. I'm not saying it won't, but... Nice. Anyone died yet? Nope, no one died. So far, no deaths. Keep waiting. Okay, what do we want to do? This guy could be a little nasty. Can Roger double him? I hope so. No, he can't. Hold on. Hold the phone. And if I did, hold on. Oh, okay, that would get it. That would do the trick. That would do the trick. Oh yeah, I think I've seen Jagan die at 1%. I don't think I've seen Wendell though. I don't think I've seen it happen to Wendell. I love that your Jagan can just die to a 1% crit. That's really nice. It's really nice how it works, you know. I see we're pulling in some pirates, so that's okay. Violent and Doris got a blink level up so far, yep. That is true. That is unfortunately true. He's actually very similar to Ogma, at least in terms of strength. It's a little bit less in terms of strength, but not by much. I'm gonna pull you back. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull him back, heal him up. I think that'd be wise. That would be a wise move. Jaden takes 2 pirates on the fort in chapter 1. If only one of them crits. Yeah, it can happen. And he has to be at full health. He has to be at full. If he's at like slightly below full health, then yeah, no, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. That's the thing. He has to be like at full health or attacking a crit. It's really stupid. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. This guy would never, like, God forbid the guy take a little damage. Nope, you can't do that. He's gotta be untouched. I don't know what run that Emblem does isn't a legendary run. I mean, I haven't really watched much of his stuff, but I mean, from what I see, he does all sorts of weird stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised. They do 5 and he's got 21 HP, it's a thing of beauty. Yeah, I know, right? No, I think they do like 7, and he has like 22 HP. So, unless you're talking about like when he has swords equipped. If he has swords equipped, then I think it's 5, but I usually have lances equipped because, like, Silver Lance actually does damage. The Iron Sword barely does damage. With the Iron Sword, yeah, it is safer, but I prefer to use the Silver Lance just because the thing is the way I deal with that side of the map. Yeah, he's gonna go steal that. I don't really care. The way I like to deal with it is I just like to go and I just like to kill those guys as fast as possible. I will, if Jagan's already facing crit, I might if he's already facing a risky time, I might as well just go and try to whittle them down as much as possible because. That's the thing, I see it as just like, get rid of those guys as fast as possible. That's how I view it anyway. They can miss, that's true. They can miss. I use it with the Silver Lance, because what I do is I pull pirates all the way over to, as far east as possible, and I just go and, as they approach, I just go kill them. Okay, Doros, I'm probably going to swap you with someone else, because you can't kill. I don't really like that. I like that you tank these guys pretty well, but you don't do exactly what I want you to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm swap you out of the Ogma. I'm going to swap them out of the Ogma, and we're just going to kind of wall these guys off for a bit. Alright, see you later. Let's see. And poor Rad just doesn't get the chance. Actually, hold on. Does he? Oh, he does? He does actually kill. Okay, well, let's be careful, though. Let's make sure that we can actually do this safely. We can! We actually can. Okay, nice. We can just go kill him. That's great. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, they do the same amount of damage. Alright. Yeah, let's just go kill him with the last cope. Because he's gonna be coping at last when he gets hit by it. Okay. He's gonna be on his last cope when he does that. Okay. So as long as this mage leaves me alone, that's good. We're doing okay now. I think we're doing okay. I do want to get George and Sheet out of here. We can just kind of hold this bridge. Red will get Boar's Blessed. That's a great cope, actually. I would love to see it happen. I do hope that he gets Boar's Blessed. He does. I would like to see him get Boar's Blessed. I think it'd be great. Was able to one-round Pirates of the Silver Lance. What was your? Was he in armor or something? Oh, Silver Sword. Okay, yes, that's a huge change. That makes a huge difference. That does make a huge difference. Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, the Worm Slayer is not worth it. It's a trap. Maybe in a lower difficulty, it's actually worth it, but hard 5, it's not worth it. I don't know of a way to actually get that without using like a warp or something. And like I don't think it's worth a warp. Honestly, I don't think it's worth a warp. It's not. In my opinion, it's not worth a warp. If we do this, does it work? As long as we hit both of these, we're good. Really, game? Really? Like, you really had to do that, huh? You really had to make me use a 90%. Okay, thanks, game. I appreciate it. Love you too, stupid. Poor Red can't just get a kill, you know? He's not allowed to do that. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Wait. You could, but they sent in a bunch of archers and stuff, and I just don't think it's worth it. Run Red. Yeah, we can't do this. This is another instance where I wish you could just rescue drop, because I could just rescue drop Doga out of the way. And just go set someone, and just have Merrick get him or something. But no, I can't do that. Everything's now ruined because some idiot decided to be funny to miss. I want to throw Doris in here. No, that doesn't work. It's 50% accurate. I thought it's usually the general thumb in Pokemon, though. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect. And then the game's like, no, it's not perfect anymore. We're gonna ruin it. Okay, you got speed. I guess that's merit for you. That's just merit for you. Isn't missing 9% just lovely? Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. I wish I could miss it more often. Wait, hold on. 8. Ooh, I see it. I spy something. I spy something rather nice. Ooh, is that a kill for Roger? I will certainly take it. I will take that. I will absolutely take a kill, especially on the Elfire guy. Yeah. Heck yeah, I'll take that. I will 100% take that. Point blank fireball, yeah. Let's heal up Red. I really do hope Red can get some kills here. If we can get him to level 4 by the end of the map, that'd be great. Violin, buddy. That's 2 blank levels for this guy so far. He has gotten 3 levels and 2 of them at blank. Guys, 8 blank levels. Oh my god, man. This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Why am I getting so many blank levels this run? I have never in my life gotten this many blank levels in one single run of a game. 8 freaking blank levels. I'm only in chapter 9. Sorry, my capture code's being stupid. Because I was trying to move my leg, and apparently I'm not allowed to move. Yeah, that's just how it goes. You're garbage. He actually has a pretty good res growth, but yeah, he's just. Well, just go home. Poor Violet, man. He's just not there. Playing a 0% growth playthrough. Yeah, it feels like it. Certainly feels like it. It does feel like that. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, sure. Go spam your crap at me. I don't really care. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you had crit on me. I should have remembered that. Good riddance, though. I haven't either. Maybe if you have like a unit that's got capped half their stats. Actually, no. Even when I have like a Fear in MP6 that has half her stats capped, she still gets fewer blank level ups than my non-capped Shadow Dragon units. They don't have a single... I saw Mangs. Did Mangs really get that many blank level ups? Did he really? The crazy thing is he's still good. Wait, what? Who's still good? Oh, I don't think Violin's that good. Roger almost died. He almost died, but he didn't die. That's what's important. He didn't. Almost, but he didn't. There's a difference there. Okay, we want to kill these two guys, like, immediately. I think we can. Got 0 blank levels, base nuke. Yeah, Lena would not get a blank level. Lena would never. Lena would not do that. She's better than that. She wouldn't do that. If we could double this guy, that'd be amazing. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. I like that. It is tempting, man. It is tempting. Can we set up? Like, throw Merrick at him, and then just chuck a heavy book at him? Or an Excalibur. If this creates like that, I'm all for that. Or not. I'll take that too, I suppose. I don't really care. I just need to get rid of these guys. Harden kill, maybe? Oh, come on, game. Okay, let's... Fly Swatter, maybe? No, it's not quite there. Oh, I see something I could do. I will take the Fly Swatter. And I will swat some flies. Or archers. He doesn't... Okay, that's a little concerning. That's a bit concerning. Could Harden do it? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. If I could just crit him, that'd be great. No. No fun allowed. I'm not allowed to kill things. Or am I? The Pirate Swatter, yeah. Ooh, it's a little risky. It was a little risky, but I might do it. That's, the Fly Swatter has 5 extra might, so that would kill. But of course I could miss it, I could just miss, so I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to, because that'll make things a lot easier. Does he double? No. He could just 1 round. You know, let's try that. He could crit me. That would kind of suck, but I really want to get rid of this guy. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's taken care of. He dies? Well, if he misses, yeah, he dies. If he misses, yeah, he dies, but otherwise he wins. Violent of the 0 growth threat? You know what? You get a pin, sir. You get a pin. Well, you get a pin, sir. Congratulations. That's your price for getting pinned. You get a pin, sir. Harden on hardened violence. We need to sacrifice violence for our sins? Yeah, we do. There we go. I really want Rad to get some kills, man. We can get you down here. Let's get you over to help out with throwing crap at people. That's what you do best. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care that Thief runs off. That's not really my problem. Not really my problem. I was already kind of just letting him do that anyway. Okay, this guy, he's got a hand axe, so he sucks. Alright, let's move Ogma out of there, because he's not going to be doing us any good here. I'm going to move Harden out. Okay. So... oh, I don't like overlaps. Overlaps are nasty. I don't like it. Do not like overlaps. Overlaps bad. Overlaps suck. They freaking suck, man. I mean, I could throw Daros in there. I don't know if I really want to, but I could do it. He at least tanks. I can't say he doesn't tank. He does tank. This is true, he does tank. Oh joy, I need more reinforcements. Nice dodge. Okay. Okay, that guy is charging towards us. We want to hold him back for a bit. It's a bit much, game, don't you think? Okay, I don't want... Actually, do I want you in range? Actually, yeah, I do want you in range. I do want you in range. You guys can go take care of that. Okay. So, first order is we move over here. Okay, look, that already solves our money problems. We got... Oh, God. These guys just have to be annoying, don't they? What if we could just... Why do you have a hammer? Again, another reason why I did not build armor on this map. Why on earth would you have a hammer? Can we do 9 damage? Yes, we can. And so we shall. Okay, read the chat. Let's get a level. Maybe defense? Defense would be cool. Maybe speed? Oh, nice. I didn't get speed, but I did get defense. I will take that. I will happily take that. That is something I will take. But, you know, he could use some luck. He is a little low on his luck. Okay. That's not too bad. Boar's guts. Thank you, Murm, yeah. Now, come on, man. Give me that last bit of EXP. I need it. Iron Sword got a good start, huh? Not bad on defense. No, he's not. Roger kill, maybe? Is that a Roger kill that I spy? I think it is. Looks good to me. There we go. Okay. Speed and luck. Okay, interesting. I think if anything, he's more likely. Well, he's always gonna level luck. Like that's the stat he's always gonna get. But strength, I'm kind of surprised he didn't get strength. That's okay, though. I'm kind of surprised. I'm a bit surprised, not gonna lie. A hammer. 23 minus 7, that's not gonna kill. Yeah, I can just go and swap his sword out. Doesn't spend that. Okay, we're good to go. Why did he not have the hand axe equipped? I thought he did. That's dumb. Well, whatever. We can take care of him pretty easily anyway. Just one enemy. It's not that scary. A lot of pirates, though. That is a lot of pirates. That's great. That is maybe a little too many pirates, game. Can you maybe chill out? Would you maybe like to chill out, game? Did you get? Yeah, I did. I did get him. I did. Use thunder, maybe? Okay, how many guys can actually reach us up? If I can get rid of this guy, then it's not too scary to be here. Well, I don't like these hand axes. Look at FE6 Chapter 9. Yeah, and neither are really that great at maps. Neither are that great at maps, to be honest. Any deaths in the last 10 or something? No. No deaths this entire run. Alright, Roger, let's go. Oh, dang, alright, Roger. Roger cooking? I was wanting to go to red, but you know what? Roger needs the kills too. I'll take it. That I will take. He can be kind of annoying. Okay. I want to make a small wager. Give your proposition. Okay, what do we got here? So, we got 42 damage minus 18. What is that? A little over 20 damage. Not too bad. Not too bad. I don't like hand axes. Hand axes are stupid, but... I can't tell how much he's slowed down by the sea. I think he's just... I think this guy is impeded enough by the ocean tiles that he can just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I don't think he can go any further up here. As far as I can see, but that could be really risky if I make the wrong calculation. Now, I don't want to leave Rad here. Rad's probably going to be in trouble if I leave him here. Yeah, he is really looking just going to die. Okay, never mind. That's not good. That's not good. You have to field next map. $2? Someone will down this map. So, in other words, if you lose, I get $2. Let me see. This isn't terrible. Could be better, but it could be worse. It's just this guy kind of hit us, and honestly, he's not that scary. 21 minus, yeah. We don't die to this. Just move her out of the way. You know what? You know what, Rizu? You're on. You're on, Rizu. You're on? Because I think I can do this. I think that is a bet you will probably lose. Oh, Kane Lance rank. Let's do it. Dang, bro was mad. Bro was like, no. You do not get to live. win those $2. I think I can win that pretty easily. Like I said, I don't take bets I can't win. You're just giving me a human shield if you lose. This is technically true, yeah. This is kind of true. Everything on the line with $2, yeah, I know, right? Who else needs to move? I think we're good. I think we're fine. Ow. Would be a gun bro in the modern era? Wait, where'd this guy come from? What the? There's 3 guys, the frick? Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, okay, Ogma. Alright. Alright, I am all for that. Okay, I'm not all for all these guys crowding, though. It's the win condition. I have to seize the throne here. Which these stupid reinforcements don't like me doing. 24 damage, -5. That's kind of close. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This map is a little bit much with the reinforcement jank. Unlike my Deke, yeah, Deke doesn't cook. Deke just sucks. Okay, what do I want to do? I could get a fly swatter. Honestly, this is not the time to get greedy with the XP. Like, it's time to just go and murder these guys. It's time to just frickin' delete these guys. That is what it is time for. Just take as many of these guys with us as possible. In every chapter you bop the boss. Except the thing is, bopping the boss is kind of not really viable when he's guarded by all these guys and he doesn't die that easily. They will stop eventually. They'll probably stop in a couple of turns, honestly. And look at that. That already works. That already does us some justice. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do is these guys need to go. These 2 need to go. That shouldn't be too hard to do. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah, I'm trying to kill the chip player I can just kill with whoever. The problem is this guy's got a hand axe, which I don't really like, but he can't really reach me, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if he can't reach me. What I would like to do is I would like to just go get I like to get, if I can get this guy out of the way somehow. Okay, I can't kill him right now. I know that. I'm not stupid. But, is there a way I could get rid of... Is there a way I could whittle this guy down? Oh, dang, George could kind of cook. George kind of cooks, so... Kind of does. George might be the solution to this. George might be the answer. And then it's kind of... okay, let's see. 8 damage. We can chip him down to 8 or lower. We can certainly do that. Boris would take 9 damage. Yeah, it's freaking over, man. Okay, if we do the silver bow strat, then we can just go kill with Daros. And then GG's, I guess, for the enemy. Because they can't... If I cover up with Daros, they can't really do much. At least I don't think they can. Okay, so I think I want to do that. I think that's the play to make. I think that is the play to make. And hey, he could just dodge. He could just dodge. I mean, he wouldn't, but or that works too. That works too, I suppose. It's not quite as good at dodging, but sure. Okay. Like I said, this is not the turn to be greedy for EXP. This is... There are turns to be greedy for EXP. This is not one of them. There are turns, but this is not it. Alternatively, I could just warp him out of here. I could just warp him out, so I don't have to go and, Cause I have almost all my warps, so I could just do that. In fact, that might be smarter. George mad, yeah, he's freaking mad, man. He's like, no. Redeem yourself in your eyes or die trying. Honestly, like I said, George is honestly not that bad. He's certainly not the greatest unit in the world, but just the fact that he's a sniper with A rank and bows, right? He's a sniper with A rank and bows. No, sorry, nearly A rank and bows. That's really solid. George Smash Puny Pirate. Yes. Let's see, 24 damage minus 13. That is actually only 10 damage to block George. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Daros and Ogma, yeah, that's what. But the thing is, I'm trying to calculate, will they be able to wall all this? I don't know if they can. I know that Ogma, let's see, that's 47 damage minus 20. He does take it, because he, weapon triangle, yeah, Ogma got a really good level. He got strength, speed, and defense. That's amazing. I love that. That's such a good freaking level. Yeah, he can take 2 hits, he just can't take 3. So, yeah. B.5. Let's see. So this does 10 to, Daros. This does 9, and this does 8. That's almost a kill. That's almost a kill, so that's a little scary. But then again, you also gotta remember that they can only attack him from 1 tile. Actually, no, they could attack him from 2 tiles. Yeah, okay, they could all attack Daros. I don't think they will. And even if they do, he should actually live. He should live. He should live. If my math is correct. 24 minus 13. Again, that's 11 minus 1, so it's actually 10. This would be 9, and this would be 8. Yeah, that should... They have bad hit. That's true, they do have bad hit, but I don't... Avoiding things in Shadow Dragon is not as viable as a lot of people think it is. It's not that viable, but as long as these are the only guys that are hitting us, then we're fine. As long as there's not like 81 hidden that I'm not seeing that's reaching us. What's the calc? Well, at least, I mean, hey, look, I actually could do math unlike Meng, so, you know, I should be fine. George would need to heal. Does he really? Right now? What do you need to heal? He doesn't need to heal, he's not in range of the enemy. Well, you know what? Just on the safe side, we can go heal him. Sure, why not? We can go heal him just because, why not? I'm back. Welcome back. That is true, but it's not as potent as you think. Generals wouldn't be the necessary amount. Very true. Very true. The bull? What bull? I don't know what bull you're talking about. Yeah, it is really cruel how dirty it's done for Bulwers, really. Done pretty poorly for him, honestly. He deserves better. 5 units. Who are the other? Oh, okay, these 2. Alright, again, as long as there's no other enemies that can reach us, we should be fine. And one of them's going for Ogma. Ogma could suffer some success, I think, but he won't. Also, even considering he dodged, he actually wouldn't suffer success. Okay, they went for Ogma, or not Ogma, they went for Daros. This is fine. Okay, so yeah, things have went pretty well for us. Things went mostly well for us, I'd say. You couldn't get much better, honestly. Although, you could get better than these idiots constantly charging up to us. I don't really like that. That's not very fun. See what I mean? The reinforcements are way too much. I don't know why they thought they needed so many reinforcements on this map. It's just, no. Just no. No freaking no. I could go shoot this guy. It's very tempting. Very tempting. Only doing 8 damage. No, it wasn't. Crap. And this guy thinks he's now invited to the party for some reason. I don't know why he thinks he is. He just thinks he is. They're bulky, and the problem is they can just cross the water. You can't do anything to choke this point. They just have... That's why I hate pirates and Shadow. No death yet. Nope. That's why I don't like them, because they just invalidate your choke point at all. Like, it just completely makes your strategy completely pointless. It's really annoying. So the problem here is that I can probably kill these two guys, but I'm not killing the... You know, I'm not killing these other guys that easily. And I have to also deal with this jerkwad right here. Did I... Huh? Oh, it's a bull statue. Why is it a statue of a bull? Who just puts random statues of bulls in a financial district? They also spill over. That's the thing, they just always spill over, which is annoying. That's why I hate this. That's why I hate Chapter 9, because it's just freaking reinforcement spam that spills way too much. I don't really like abusing the silver bow, but it might be worth it. He can't retaliate, so I could just do that. Too many hand axes here, man. Too many hand axes. Too many hand axes, man. It's not cool. On the right to pull some of the enemies. You're supposed to pull some of the enemies, but like, it never goes well for me when I do that. And so I'd rather just do this. Even though I understand it's kind of annoying either way. This map just isn't good. This map is just jankily designed. It's just not well designed. I don't understand. Who thought this was good? Who thought this was worth designing the way it's designed? It's just not good. It just feels like crap to play. Okay, look. If I use the fly swatter, 18... 20 hand axes is not enough brave axes. I agree with you on the too many hand axes thing. I think they should just not be allowed to use hand axes. There should be no hand axes here. I don't know about the brave axe part, but honestly, brave axes would be more... They'd be a little less annoying to bait. Because I don't really have many options for baiting out hand axes that are actually good. Good riddance. Yeah, this is kind of jank, because this guy is just gonna be stupid. This was good. Well, to be fair, Kaga also didn't make these enemies so freaking strong for no reason. So that's another part of the issue, is that Kaga didn't make these guys with this strong of enemies in mind. That's kind of the issue. That's part of the problem. Yeah, Kryptonite's absolutely correct, is that they effectively just made all these enemies way stronger and then made them spammy. Like, just keeping enemies being spammed and then just making them really freaking tough does not... That doesn't equal good design. That equals really bad design, if anything. I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of another one of these guys. The problem is it's kind of costly. It's kind of costly to do that. Now, I could just go kill this guy just flat up. Just like flat up saying, nope, we're not doing this crap. And it might be a smart idea, actually. Because I could heal him, I think. Maybe. And also, he just has, like, no chance of hitting me. Well, he doesn't have no chance, unfortunately. He does have a chance. But it's probably worth the risk. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Good riddance. Don't come back. I may have just back up next turn. I may just have to back up. I don't see much of a way to avoid it. I can't keep this. I can't keep this up. If they're gonna keep rushing in, I can't keep this up. I'll probably have to back off next turn. I don't remember how long these guys last. I don't think they last that long, do they? Okay. We got a hand axe and we got this guy. So we're sort of from north. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think so. If we go right here, we should be okay. There we go. Because only these two guys can hit us. Not even this guy can hit us, so yeah, well, that's pretty good. I would say. Yeah, we'll probably have to back up, though. Hand X is really stupid. Hand X is really dumb. Ow. But hey, we got rid of that guy. They aren't infinite, Rizu. I know for a fact they're not infinite. Rizu, Season 1 exists. I know they're not infinite. They're 100% not infinite. I promise they're not infinite. I know this for certain they are not. They are 100% not infinite. I promise. There are no doubts in my mind. He won round. Yeah, he did 1 round with the steel sword. With a steel sword, he does. That's a lot of crap coming in, though. That is a lot of. That's a lot of garbage that I gotta deal with. I did 36 hit rate. Well, 36 isn't 0, unfortunately. I wish it was, but unfortunately, 36 is not 0, guys. It'd be great if it was, but sadly, no, it is not. I would be thrilled if it was, but it is unfortunately not. Seeing Darth with so much skill with Kurtz, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome, man. Did a physic ready on someone? I believe Lena does. Yeah, she does have physic. I think we get another physic pretty soon, too. I think we get it on the next map? Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Sounds about right. I think that's true. Not the worst hit rate we've seen on this channel. Nope. Certainly not. Okay, Marth, you wanna get out of there? There we go. Okay, yeah, we don't really get caught up in those guys. There's only the hand X guy that can hit us, and he hits, well, he's probably gonna go for Ogma because he's stupid. Because he's stupid and doesn't like fun. Go to Pyrothi for to play a stupid map is what he does. Yeah, like, I don't know why. Like, what purpose in the story does it have to go to Pyrothi? Makes no freaking sense. Oh, he is going for Doga. Nice. And he misses. Let's freaking go. Let's go. That's awesome. Alright. Roger, come on. Or no, not Roger. Okay, that's really good. That's pretty good. That's good. I like to see it. That's a lot of garbage. I don't like to see it. I thought littering was illegal. Okay, that's pretty solid. Okay. What do I want to do? We got one hand X here. Drog moment, yeah. Drog the Demolisher, yep. Okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? Oh, okay, Kane. All right. You know what? Maybe we should just let Kane take care of it. Maybe. Although, I do kind of want to set up a kill, so... You know what? Sorry, Kane. So I really want to give a kill to Roger. I really do. I really want Roger to get a kill. He's close to another level. Come on, Roger. Strength, skill, speed. Let's go. It's about what you expect, honestly. It's about what you expect from him. Okay. We can just go cut some of these guys apart. That'd be great. I'm sure we can kill at least a few of them. I'm sure we can. Fly Swatter can certainly set up some kills. And that Fly Swatter is so freaking strong. Yeah, if I can just kill one more of these guys, then we're good. So I'll get Rad here. Rad the Chad. Okay. And then maybe have like Wendell go and attack this guy? Actually, that's not a good idea because he faces... Yeah, we don't want to do that. That is not something we want to do. Bro, you don't double? Yeah, that's part of George's problems. He doesn't double things. I don't know why. George just does not like doubling. George does not like to double. That is not his thing. That is not his game. Eradicated. So true. We could use Merrick for this. Merrick has merit. I mean, not much, but he does have some. Not much, but he does have some. Kane doubling on a hard 5, my god, yeah. No joke, man, no joke. But not by Silver's epic game design, it is. Well, I mean, that's what happens a lot, if anything. Think about it, Silvers usually aren't as heavy as Steels in Fire Emblem. That's actually very common. I don't think many games actually make Silvers more heavier than Steels. That doesn't happen that often, actually. Barst kill? I will give Barst credit where credit's due. He is very accurate. For a guy with axes, he is very accurate. But they're costly. That is true, yeah. That is certainly true. Did you kill this guy? I don't think that's worth it. Do not think that is worth it. I don't know why. I just don't think it's worth it, guys. Oh, Marth kill. You know what? It's been a while since Marth's gotten a kill. Let's give him a kill. I don't think he's got a single kill all stream. Let's give him some kills, man. I think Marth deserves a kill or two. Okay, I think he's gotten a kill earlier against like a cab or something, but like my point being is that he doesn't usually get them. That might be the best level I've seen Violin get. That might be the best level he's gotten. Some more linear weapons like heavier Silver Great Lance. Oh yeah, but those are Great Lance. Those aren't just normal, you know, stuff. Violent Redemption? Maybe. Don't count your chickens yet. Throw them into the sea? Well, I mean, I don't need to. If I don't need to, I won't do it. Okay. So I think that's the last of the reinforcement crap. Okay. I want to give Red a kill, and I will give him a kill. Except... okay. Hold on. 14 damage, I don't really like that. He's got a Steel Axe, so he's not reaching, George. I might throw Roger there. Dang, Roger going kind of hard. Yeah, he is pretty solid. He started out really weak, but he's actually kind of cooking. George doubles him, does he not? Okay. I do want to give Harden a level. Dang, he nearly died to that. Reason point, dang it. Alright, come on, Red. Get a Rad level. I'll take that. Strength is great. He really does need strength. Okay, what are you doing there? What are you trying to do with that? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, let's get you out of there. I don't trust you. I don't trust you doing any funny business here. Oh, yeah, go break that bow. I don't see why not. This is 10 HP. It really is. Almost. Bro was like, ah, man, I nearly had it. Next time. What? Next time isn't this chapter, though, buddy. I'm sorry to say, but next time probably isn't going to be this chapter. EXP probably will be a pain. It will be, because I'm using so many guys. There's a lot of bows in your team. Well, I mean, to be fair, bows are really good in Hard 5. It's kind of hard to go wrong with some bows. I mean, like, look, I would have probably struggled a lot more if I didn't have so many bows on my team. Yeah, there's solid chip. When in a game where enemies hit like trucks, having chip is really good. I think you earned us $2. I mean, I don't know. Those guys could still screw me over. Not really. In theory, they could. In practice, I don't know if they really do. Alright, see you, Dr. Gordon. Okay, they're gonna run that way, that's fine. You can take care of them much easier that way. And plus, that gives me more chances to train up Rad, so that's always good. Hey man, that's the real win, is training up Rad. Training up Rad the Chad. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I don't think these guys know what they're... Oh, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to be annoying is what they're trying to do. Being peak annoying is what they like to do. Oh, nice. Good job, Barst. Barst, you're friggin' awesome, man. You bench him because you forget about him. I don't think I'm gonna bench him. He's so far been doing pretty good, so I can't really say I want to bench him. And you gotta remember, my other guys are getting blank level up, so... Hey, that's the thing! Red has not gotten a blank level up so far. Red is like one of my few units that have not gotten a blank level so far. Although that's probably just a matter of time. It's probably just a matter of time. It's probably just a matter of time, you know. Probably just a matter of time, I'm afraid. But a man can dream. Come on, give me that level. Give me that level. Bro. Blank level initiation anything soon? Oh god. Rez! He got res! All is good, he got res. Bro, okay, it stopped being funny after the first time. Just freaking hit him. Can you please stop missing? Just get the EXP. Hold red down and feed that 0. Wait, how would I even get red over there? I wouldn't be able to get red over there. Okay, now, come on, actually land to 70%. Okay, it's at 70%! It's not a 20%, it's a 70%. Come on. Wake up. Thank you. Should not take 4 times to land to 70%. AI would never freaking miss that. I hate to say it, guys, but this Boris is probably going to the bench. He has just not been cooking. He's not even getting strength. Like, he could at least be getting strength. He's not even getting strength. Missed 4 times just for this. I missed 4 times just to level HP unlock. Was it worth it? Absolutely freaking not. I'm gone for real, okay. Okay, how are we gonna deal with this idiot? Oh great, they overlap, my favorite. I love overlapping. Actually, we can just go throw Daros in there. When in doubt, send Daros out. Daros will fix the problem. Thanks, Boris. Definitely worth the 4 misses, I know, right? Honestly, I wish it was a blank level instead, because, like, at least that would be funny. At least a blank level would be funny. A blank level would at least be funny, not just disappointing. I mean, it would be disappointing, but it'd also be funny. A +1 HP luck level is just stupid. It's not funny or anything. Oh, nice. Bro just double dodged. Alright. Bro just double dodges. Having a bad time back. Oh, the guy has not gotten any of the really good levels so far. He's gotten like 8 level. Okay, not 8 levels. He's gotten like 5 levels, and they've just all been garbage. I don't know why. Like, he's just having a really rough time this run. Last season he absolutely carried, but this season he's like he is just not. Like, I honestly think Violent is leveled better than him. Violent. I think Violent has leveled better this run than him. That's how bad he's been leveling. He makes Violent's freaking 2 blank levels actually look good. Despite not getting a blank level, he's just leveled just like consistently just bad levels. I don't know why or how, he just has. Just has not really cooked. Does Boris have 10 base strength? I think so. Yeah, his base strength is pretty high, so, yeah, he didn't even level... I don't think he's leveled any... He's leveled, like, 1 or 2 points of strength, but that's not much. It's not saying much, really. It's really not. Nice dodge. Move Doros out of here. Gonna zap this man with the thunder. Nice. And we gotta go give him the rad treatment. The awesome rad treatment. Okay. Yeah, we could probably get Rad to level 5. I don't think we'll get him to level 6, but we can get him to level 5. Getting to level 6 would probably involve a boss kill, and I don't think he's getting that boss kill. Even if he had the Worms there, I don't think he'd be getting it, because he just wouldn't be that consistent with it. You could try to heal as much speed as Merrick, yeah. Kind of a physical version of Merrick. Except he's still a pretty low level, so he could still flip the script and actually level pretty well. Can't say the thing about Merrick. Merrick's level 10. He is more than twice his level. He should be doing a little bit better. She's level 7, it's kind of sad. He doesn't have the crit, he doesn't have the luck for that, so... Do I just go and attack this archer? I might. Oh, he probably does, you're probably right. Could I just trap this guy? No, because this stupid weird terrain here. Right, I can just trap him. Right? I could just trap him with Sheeta. You can't move here. Can't move here if I block her. Block. Here we go. Yep. Just block him off. Put him in the red dimension, true. Has all of 2 strengths. Does he actually have 2 strengths? That's funny. So close. Come on, Rad. Get some gains from your war crimes. Okay, not the grace of gains, but hey, he did get speed. He does need speed. Can't argue with it. He'll just accept his fate. He knew he was gone. He knew he was a freaking goner, man. He knew. He knew he wasn't surviving that. Oh, look at that. Perfect kill. Okay, he's already halfway to level 6. Again, I don't think he's gonna get the kill on the boss, because that boss is, yeah, no, he's kind of nasty. He's not someone you want to fight. But alas, you must fight him. Unfortunately, he must be fought. Saw Rad and he gave up, yep. I mean, wouldn't you give up if you saw Rad? You see the Rad? Okay, it's freaking Jobber. Rad aura? Yeah. Rad does have a lot of aura, I'd imagine. Skill, wow. Wow, Sheeta, very impressive. Not even speed, just skill. Like I said, Rizu, I don't take bets I don't win. Of course, he refused to crit, because, you know. Okay, do we even do damage to this guy? We do, but it's not worth it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it, like, at all. I am sorry, but it is not worth it. That is not worth it. That is not worth it, I'm afraid. Like, yeah, he'd probably get a level, but, good luck getting him down there. Brad has to kill his dragon. I don't even think he can set this up. If he does somehow set it up, then I'll maybe. If he somehow is at 3 or below HP, then I'll maybe give it a shot. But if it has to be that. If he can't do that, then no go. You could try to get Doga there, maybe. We can try, but not make any promises. Of course, this guy could just wake up and crit, but no, he doesn't like doing that. Why would I crit? I'd rather waste a tome instead. If anything, Merrick's more likely to level up than Rad is. And kill with Red. You know, that is a... Can I do that? Can I actually do that? Could I? I suppose I could. That would actually make him a lot easier to kill. He would be a lot easier to kill, this is true. Oh yeah, I guess we could. Just throw crap at him. Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You actually just kind of make him... Even if it doesn't land, that's the stupidest thing ever. It's so stupid, I love it. Because you don't even need to land it. Roger burns a Dragonstone even. I know, it's freaking stupid. Like, bro, he doesn't even do anything. You just freaking waste your stone. This is so stupid, man. Why in the world is this how it works? You should at least have to hit it, but no, it's just from transforming. This is so corny, man. So freaking corny. Because he doesn't really have that good of stats on it. He's got 2 defense, so Red would be able to kill him pretty easily. Once he, you know, actually... I'm not gonna skip this, because who cares? It's good EXP, I suppose. Roger doing mental damage to the dragon? Yeah. We're all doing mental damage to him. Like, bro, imagine being broken by this of all things. Why would you want that? That'd be terrible. Like, we've already burnt out more than half his stone. Oh, man. This is such a corny way to do things. Only like 3 more turns and he's just gonna be broken. Now this is meme material right here. Two uses left. Huh. Oh dang, yeah, no, it's really easy to kill him now. I'm gonna chip him with Harden just for that level. There we go. Ayo, that's a pretty good level. Your army is making the boss play and gay Iron Man to do mental damage. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Alright. That's not too bad. Catch her waiting off screen for that to finish. Yeah, she probably is. Bro. Yeah, Harden actually getting a good level. It's nice to see. Try throwing a javelin, setting up a kill. Bro! Bro, why? Why you gotta steal my... Sheeta! That's it, you go to the cup chair. Why you gotta ruin... Why you gotta ruin this, Sheeta? Like... I broke the guy's stone just to go set up a kill for him, and then you're like, no, I need to create a javelin. Frickin' woman moment. Gotta ruin everything. Had to ruin it. Bro, that was Red's kill. Why'd you take it from him? Red deserved that kill. That was his kill. And you didn't even get a level from that. Vulcan chose violence. Bit ruined. Yeah. Had to ruin our fun. Cheetah said no fun allowed. You know, it could happen, but like, I feel like she was more like a miss than anything. Like, yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I couldn't just take off the crit. I wish I could, but... Alright, so, Alright, Maria, now's your chance with Marth. Trader translation sucks. Wait, what? One of the Fortune's Leaf characters looks like a woman, but the translation says he. Is this like a new character, or what? What are we talking about? Because I don't know any characters in Fortune's Weave that look like guys but could be women or vice versa. Because of that, now Marth will marry a character. It's kind of a wonder my guys are still all alive. Alright, see you later. Chapter 9 was Deathless, yeah. Still Deathless run. A new character? Let me see who this is. Oh, wait, that's not a new character. That's an old character. I don't remember what her name is, but it's like... no, that's a woman. She looks a little bit less woman-y, but like she's not... You can clearly see from her chest it's a woman. That's definitely a woman. That's one, what is her name, like Urtand or something like that? I don't know. The lady with like the freaking ponytail. Ponytail red lady. That's definitely, no, that's a woman. Got a weird name though. Marth loves watching Sheeta take from Rad. Who are you kidding? True. Marth enjoys the torture on Rad. Poor Rad. Oh, I think Moss, that's a common thing with Japanese. They don't, since Japanese don't actually use like his or her, it just often mixes it up. I've seen it happen a bajillion times. I'm fairly certain Oltand is a woman. Because unlike in Gay, it hasn't given us any characters that's like, oh, I don't freaking know whether it's a guy or a girl. It hasn't really given us any characters like that. We have no retardos, let's keep it that way. Anyway, yeah, so next time we'll be taking on the Minerva chapter, but big old bug eyes? Does she really have bug eyes? You know, I never noticed it, but you're kind of right. Those eyes are like weird, shining eyes. Yeah, okay, that is kind of weird. I never noticed that. I never noticed her eyes are these weird... Yeah, her eyes actually do look weird when you look at them. May there be no redactos in Fortune's Weave. Let's hope so. I mean, so far, we haven't seen any. And no one even looks very close to that. I would say Oltand is probably the closest to that, but like she clearly does look like a woman. Did Rizu win the wager? When does Rizu ever win wagers? When does Rizu ever win wagers? What did Sheeta do? She crit the boss. I was setting up for Rad. I was setting up a boss kill for Red. I broke his stone and everything, and then she was like, no, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, she's a dirty kill stealer. She was a dirty kill stealer. Anyway, it doesn't look like we have any memes, so there's not really much else I could show. Like I said, next stream will be Chapter 10, and hopefully getting through Chapter 11 as well. Yeah, that would be good. Getting through Chapter 11 would be nice. Thanks, OBS. Thanks, OBS. I appreciate you interrupting me. I appreciate OBS interrupting me when I'm in the middle of explaining things. You know, I totally wanted that. What is it with, like, the last couple of days? Rip Rat. What do you mean Rip Rat? He's not dead, he just didn't get a kill. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Chapter 11 Redemption, let's see if we can do that. I do have a much better army, unless I lose a bunch of units on Chapter 10, which I really don't see happening, because Chapter 10 is not that hard. Chapter 10 is not that hard, so if I lose a bunch of guys in Chapter 10, you know, I deserve to lose. But I'm honestly kind of impressed this run's been this deathless. I don't think it's going to stay for long. I think Chapter 13 I will certainly draw blood, because, look, I know you guys will be like, okay, this guy's doing way too well. Here's the thing, you guys will love to hear this. The furthest I've ever gone in Shadow Dragon Heart 5 is Chapter 13. That's the furthest I've ever gone. After that, I have no idea what it feels like. I know what Shadow Dragon... I know... I've seen every chapter in Shadow Dragon. What I'm saying is I've never played it on Heart 5, so I am definitely going to lose units to stupid things on, like, starting in Chapter 13 and onwards. So if you're like, oh man, we need some bloodshed, don't worry, I promise you'll get some. Because, look, if I lose units, well, look, the Ballista map itself is actually really hard to do. I don't really know how you're supposed to do this deathless, so I'm almost certainly going to lose someone in Chapter 13. Because that map is just, I have not figured out how to approach that map. I have not figured that one out. I don't really know how you're supposed to do that. You do want armors, and I can certainly have armors, but the thing is, I don't know how I'm going to... Because the thing is, the ballistas actually start to chase after you. That's pretty hard to deal with. That's pretty hard to deal with. What you need to do is ideally just have like an armor just go and kind of chase them down. But that's kind of hard to do. One thing I do want to check is with Doga's speed, I want to see how much he has now reclassed. 10 speed. He has 10 speed. Yeah, he's not getting doubled, guys. I don't think he's getting doubled. I don't see this guy getting doubled. Let's check. According to the enemies on this map, what speed do they have? Well, okay, the hero's probably gonna double him. Yeah, the hero's gonna double him, but we shouldn't put him in range of the hero. The hero is pretty scary. But like these guys. Okay, the sniper could double him. The sniper could double him. That's kind of nasty. He still doesn't kill him though. Does he crit him though? I think he can crit. Yeah, he does have crit on him, unfortunately. But the archers don't. The archers don't do much to him. They can't double him. And he doubles these guys. But yeah, so yeah, we're doing pretty okay. These guys can't double him. He gets, yeah, the bow knights, yeah, they would double him. He just barely gets doubled by the pegs. Yeah, if he had a little more speed, he wouldn't get doubled by the flyers. Unfortunately, he gets doubled by the flyers. That is unfortunate, but flyers are pretty freaking fast, so it is expected. There aren't many flyers later on though. You're gonna want to grind the back squad so you can promote. That's a good point. I mean, Roger will certainly. This is definitely a good map to grind up Roger. This would be a good map to grind Roger up, for sure. This is definitely a place to train up Roger. I'm not gonna argue with that. This is certainly a good spot to train up Roger. This would be the place to train Roger. If I train Roger up, this would be the place to do it. This would be the place to grind Roger up. Could at least get like 3, 4, maybe even 5 levels, I think. Make him like a really good hunter. That'd be nice. And then, as much as I like to train up Rad, kind of hard to do that in Myrmidon here on this map. But that's his best bet, really. Also make him an archer. And he wouldn't be that good an archer. He wouldn't be that good an archer, unfortunately. Now, in Cav, that is a tanky Cav, man. That is a tanky Cav. If you get some more defense and speed, bro will be an insanely tanky Cav. Yeah, this guy has some potential, although 2 skill is not very good. 2 skill is kind of garbage. Not gonna lie, 2 skill is not very good. But he does have some potential. Anyway, I think we're gonna leave that off for next time. Next stream will be on next Saturday stream will be on Saturday. Tomorrow's gonna be more Yakuza 4. So I guess I will see you guys either tomorrow or on Saturday. Dragon cap his speed. Oh yeah, he'd be amazing in Cav. He doesn't even have to cap his speed. He just has to keep getting up speed, and he'll probably be good in Cav. Anyway, see you guys later.